Everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Let's have some fun today. All right. So, stocks are going up. We got AMC up 5.25% in the pre-market at 23.64 right now. Remember, in my mind, 23 is going to be an interesting level. We are getting some jobs data right now. The SPY initially liked it. So let's see what the direction is going to be. If we start to run, good jobs data could be kind of setting our stocks free today. But we also have GME up 19%. Kind of based off of that NFT crypto news, but also at the same time, I have seen a lot of things that Wall Street Journal article came out after the stock started to run. And it's also kind of right around the time of the options expiration dates, FTDs closing out, some big expiration dates coming up. So I have seen a lot of people saying that it is possible that they're trying to mask the price action and just trying to like make an excuse for it with that news about GME and all of these other stocks starting to go. Now, GME is getting the biggest run up off of this. So based off of that NFT news, it seems like it could be legit that Wall Street Journal's making an article about this, but it is very weird that GameStop did not put out any type of article about what was going on. But good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Let's see. Bro, wearing the same hoodie 2 days in a row. Bullish? False. I wore my gray hoodie yesterday, I think. Pretty sure. 99% sure. I was going to wear my Short the VIX hoodie, but it's not as, I don't know. I just didn't want to wear it. All right, SPY coming down now. We got Amy up 5%. GME not really moving a whole lot here. Still up 19% at 156. That was weird. In the after hours yesterday, we almost saw AMC go up like 16, 17%. GME was up 33%. Let's do a little bit of a quick Ortex update over here to kind of see what's going on. Let's see. So quick Ortex update. 17.44% estimated short interest. Utilization 75.58. Today, 2,400 shares have been returned. 273,000 shares have been borrowed. A net borrow of 270,000. Low cost to borrow again. Days to cover 2.45. Pretty normal to what we've been seeing recently. How's everybody doing? Thanks for the great coverage after hours yesterday. Hey, that was TMI stream. I just hopped on and hung out with everybody. Rico, Review Dork, Corey was on there. Rogue popped in there. It was fun. Having some fun over here. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, for everybody filtering in, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, just helps out with the algorithm. We are going to be on for a while today. So today's going to be insane. Watch out for, the SPY's getting a little bit volatile right now. Let's see what the jobs data actually came in at. Let's see. Non-farm payrolls up 199K. The consensus was up 422K. That's kind of why it's coming down. Let's see. So let's see if the market can kind of bounce back from that just kind of hit off of the economic data. If we see one of those days where the market just kind of doesn't have a chance, Amy and GME are going to be fighting. But let's see. BBIG's up. How's Bed Bath & Beyond doing? Because they were coming up too in the after hours. They're only up 0.5%. So watch the SPY here. GME coming down a little bit. It's up 18.94%. Amy coming down slightly. We're still up 5.25. Let's see if it's going to be one of those days where AMC, GME, and a lot of these other stocks just say screw it and they don't care about what the overall market does. If you ask me, the reason both ran up after hours yesterday is because they truly are on the same algorithm, not only with market makers but with the apes. Eric, that is possible. But hold up, SVGME still didn't officially announce it. That's what I was saying. Like it's weird that they didn't officially announce something. And Eric, it more likely has to do with like a lot of these stocks that are getting packaged. In terms of, I still think it's swaps. I think they're packaged on, like, grouped together somewhere, and they're gonna have to roll over a lot of these FTDs and a lot of like whatever the positions that they were using to try to hide short interest. We know they're doing it. Like you can't just come in and be like, oh, there's like these wild deep out of the money puts and deep in the money calls that are getting sold, and just be like, nah, that's normal. No. You're not selling deep in the money calls. What are you, nuts? Like, it's crazy. Like, the amount of exposure on those is insane. There's no reason to sell deep in the money calls unless you're trying to hide the short interest. YB Normal's doing good. Shining Fox is in here. Shout out to all of the members. And if we have any mods in here, you guys are awesome too. GME Ortex. Yeah, we can take a look at that really quickly. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so GameStop's wow. Whoa. 671,000 shares have already been borrowed today against GME. 15.16% estimated short interest, low cost to borrow, low utilization. Days to cover is pretty high though, 4.21. Percentage of the free float on loan is like 16.33. That's interesting though. 671,000 shares have been borrowed today on GME. They might try to come in and attack it. Can they roll over an unlimited amount of times? Technically, yes, Stephanie. But the problem is that for every rollover that they do, they have to do a buying transaction. So if they're going to close out the entire trade and then roll it over, they're going to have to do another buying transaction with the market maker to buy those synthetic longs. Now, those are going to affect the price because with the price action that we've been seeing, well, the amount of volume and craziness on AMC is not like enough where the market makers right now need to be creating a lot of those synthetic shares and naked short into the market legally based off of like their legal abilities due to Reg Show. So it's not like they don't have to do that. So it's always going to come with a buying transaction, which is going to push the price of the stock up. Good morning, Ryan Joseph. Dude, I looked for your Twitter DM and I couldn't see it, man. I don't know if you actually sent me a DM or not. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. What's up with the deep in the money calls for 121? Ho, ho, ho. So Stonko tracker, so they did put it back. Remember, we were talking about this all day yesterday. They did fix whatever issue that they were having. Right now, we have 101,000 call contracts in the money, 538,000 contracts out of the money. Now let's see where they're kind of concentrated. So when we go over to AMC's option chain, let's see the deep in the monies. I mean, there's a lot at 20, a lot at 10, or a lot at 22. But the majority of them are like 10 and below. Like this chunk right here is a lot from 5 until 10 is a lot of contracts. But now we have 17,000 at 30. We have a nice gamma ramp for basically every dollar going up to 30. Above 30, it's all right. Yeah, the option chain's looking nasty for AMC. Then we get to 35, then nothing really crazy, but 40 danger zone. Above that, we have a little bit at 45. But if we get to these levels, it's going to be like 200,000, 250, 300,000 contracts in the money. Like it's going to be insane. And then when we hit 60, 60, 65, 70, anywhere in the $60 range, big gamma potential. 100, I mean, yeah. And then we have 197,000 contracts at this 145. So there's going to be a lot of action today on the option chain. So watch out for that. We're going to be checking a little bit of the volume on some of them. Because if we start to see the volume spike, that's going to be a decent sign to see. Let's see though. What do we want over here? We want a BBIG up here. I hate when it does this, when I switch to the option chain and then it just switches back and there's nothing going on. All right. How's SPY doing? SPY being a little bit of an a-hole into the pre-market right now. GME coming down a bit. Amy coming down a bit too. So watch out what happens with the overall market. They might try to send a lot of things down today. But let's see where the buyers are going to step in. CSAMs, thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate that, man. After the fake squeeze, or the fake news about GameStop yesterday, they will short GME and AMC into the ground today. Will be a great dip. It's possible that they do try and do that, but if they're masking it in terms of like fake news, well, GME is already up to a certain point. If they're doing it to try to close out these FTDs, they weren't able to do it in one day and after hours. That's not. There was no way for them to be able to do that quickly. So we're gonna need to see them like they could end up trying to short it into the ground today, but at the same time, AMC's still at like 23, 25. Like GME, like they might try to short it, but the buyers are gonna step back in. Think about retail sentiment over yesterday. Ryan, you said you're gonna send another one. Thank you, man. Let me know what your name is on Twitter too, because I don't know your name. So I got to know your name in order to like see it. If it's like Ryan Joseph, I'll be able to see it. But the other thing is here's what are GME's danger zones? It's probably 200 to 220. So here's the thing. Everybody's been kind of really, really nervous about the price action that we've been seeing. And then the things that I've been saying is, guys, it can just start ripping at any time for pretty much no reason. We could just start to go. After what we saw yesterday, I think that should give a lot of people in the after hours, it should really kind of like you got to relax a little bit, because here's the thing. The price that we're seeing on the screen is irrelevant in my mind. Like When we're seeing like the price come down and then all of a sudden, oh, we're up 16% in the after hours. It's like, okay, we know that they're trying to push it down. We know that there's wild things going on. And the fact that they're pushing it down just confirms our thesis. So we know these stocks can rip at any time. And I don't think in my mind there's really any reason to like freak out about the price coming down to these lower levels. In my mind, it's a buying opportunity. It's a time to buy cheap calls that are further out in expiration. If you guys want to do that, that's up to you. Options are very risky. But again, try not to freak out. Remember, the retail sentiment is going to be like the one of the most important things driving this thing. JP Morgan's watching us. They're watching. All these other institutions, they're watching us. There were like lots of hedge fund like employees in those space calls when we were talking about the NFT crypto or the STO, the NFT dividend. They're watching us. So when we start to freak out, you're feeding into you're giving them the ammo and the ability to just come and short it more. So just relax. We know it can go at any time. That's kind of what we're looking at here. Reddit conspiracy is that Wall Street Journal knew about this pop was going to happen and saved their ass by putting out the article after it popped. I honestly think that theory holds a lot of weight. Because when did the news come out? The article came out like 10 minutes after it started ripping, and Wall Street Journal was the only spot that the news had been released. I mean, I saw the news come through on like Dow Jones, I think, had it quick, like really quick, but it was already up like 13%. It was crazy. Like GME was already ripping. So I was like, it's a very interesting thing. Are you in agreement with Rico buying July calls? Not quite a boomer. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think. It also don't go based off of what he thinks either. Like it doesn't matter what any of us think. We're just random people on the internet trying to make the information that's coming out easier for you guys. If we say we're buying calls at a specific date, yeah, we have a reason for it, but you don't have to do that. Like I have calls, I'll tell you right now, I have for some this January's, I have some Marches, I have some and then I have a bunch of the January 2023s. Am I going to get more? Yeah. Will I go for July? Maybe I might. I don't know. I got to take a look and see. I like to go for the monthlies or the quarterly expiration dates just because every single time we've seen a big run, it's always come with a nasty options chain. So the only times that we've seen the options really pay are the quarterly expiration dates. Let's see. Where's Pico? I don't know. How is this fair or legal? They can trade and cover after hours. And by the time okay, so here's the thing with after hours. So I think a lot of people are going to freak out with like covering in after hours. Here's the thing. You got to think about volume, supply, and demand. If they need to cover, let's say 10 million shares really quickly, they're not going to want to do it in after hours because the volume is going to be so low. If the volume is low and there's not as many, they're not buying our shares at that time. So if we own the majority of the shares, they're not buying ours because a lot of people can't trade in the after hours. So when you look at like as a covering in the after hours, it's like, okay, there's going to be a lot lower volume. It's the same thing with like days to cover. If the volume is lower and they have to cover a bunch of shares, the price is going to go higher just because they're going to shoot so much buying demand into the stock that there's not going to be enough sell orders to counteract it. So they're just going to wipe out all of those sell orders. All right, everybody. Can we talk further into the pop that was shown to come with? Yeah, okay. So the theory is that there's the big expiration dates coming up. It's like swap rollovers. Here's the thing. A lot of those swap contracts, let's just say back in last January, these funds were taking lots of losses in the meme stock basket, and they packaged all of these losses in a swap position. And the expiration date of that was a year, or they had to do something within a year. That's typically what they do. They're on yearly block timeframes. Now we're coming up to an expiration date like that. We have failure to delivers as well. We have the option chain coming up. There's all sorts of things kind of coming together where they need to like net out. They need to like have a net exposure and kind of close out some of their positions so they can kind of restart. Now that's kind of what we're seeing here. We're kind of seeing them start to net out. So like AMC right now, up 3.87% in the pre-market. GME's up 17.5%. Hold on, my buddy just sent me something. Let's see if this is. That's a video. I can't watch it. GME's NFT is old news. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we already knew about this. It's weird. It's so strange. If we end up figuring out that the Wall Street Journal did this to mask it, it's like lawsuit. Thank you. Like, what are you doing? Let me see what this is. Oh, let's see. GME first 1 minute candle went up 27 on 50K volume. Yeah. Do you guys still talk to Keenan? Yeah, I talk to Keenan every now and then. Did they announce this just to cover FTDs? Like some of them, not all of them. They wouldn't have been able to do it to all of them. He wasn't in the after hour stream. Guys, you also got to think about everybody is so busy all the time. Like with all the content that we're making, it's very hard sometimes to just be like, "Oh, the price is running. Come on a stream right now." Like people have like other things that they got to do. It's not like we were like, "No, Keaton can't come on." Not at all. I'm pretty sure TMI sent him a link. Like we're sending the links out to everybody. Like we want everybody to come on and hang out on the streams with us. Do you think hedgies are working together as a strategy to beat us? I think some of them are. I think they have enough money though to really work amongst themselves in terms of like their own fund to just be like, yeah, we have enough money to mess around with all of this. Wall Street Journal is a bunch of BS. Yeah, it easily could be. Yo, 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 smash that like ape sushi for life. My name isn't Justin Frozen Peas and Meat Juice. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, if you guys don't mind as you're filtered in, just hitting that like button on the stream just helps out with the algorithm. We were cranking today. We had a lot of people in here. Let's see if we can get back up there again. Let's see, everybody. This could be a really, really interesting day. We're up 3.96% right now. Let's have some fun here, huh? All righty. Yesterday, I can't enjoy watching your live stream because my 5G was acting goofy. Oops. Oops, that's not good. Let's check and see what Max Payne's at right now. It's probably 20, 26, 27. Let me take a look. Max Payne for this week is still 26. So let's see what we're gonna get it going over here. Fantastic for a Friday, working 12 hours, loving life. Says my name isn't Justin Frozen Peas and Meat Juice. There we go. What platform is this? This is Weeble. Let's see here. Spy's coming back up after the jobs report came out. So that's not a bad thing to see. We're seeing a little bit of action here. I mean, it's still down 0.17% after this little tank. AMC's up about 4. GME's up about 17.5% at 153.90. Watch for that 160 breakout on GME during today. If we start to see a little bit of action here, we could start to get going. We've seen it happen in the past where we've come up to 160. It hasn't really done a whole lot. Again, we went up to like, I don't know, what was it, 170 in the after? Yeah, 176. So watch if we can break that 160 with momentum and start trending back up. Jack Fleming, thank you so much for that super. I really, really appreciate it, man. High volume, high hopes. We're going to smash Max Payne today. $28 estimate, says Jack. Whoo, that would be sweet. Getting up to 28 would be very, very, very solid. Shout out from Seattle. There you go. Dude, it's snowing over here today. I walked outside to go to CVS to get an energy drink, and oh boy, it is snowing outside. Love the big green moves, the excitement going bonkers. Yup. Barstool gave my favorite pizza place a 9.4. Knew I was good for something. There you go, Phil. Words to live by for apes. Just because you are a parent, they aren't. Hold on. My Wi-Fi just glitched. Did I just buffer real quick? Hold on, I'm waiting for it. Did it just glitch out a little bit? I hate when this happens. All right. Let's see. They aren't collectively working against you. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we're going to have some BS Wi-Fi glitches today again. Now it's stink. I call 27-23 today. That would be pretty sweet. Spy is actually coming back up here. This is pretty nice right now. Amy's getting a little bit of action in the pre-market here, people. Coming back up. Jimmy's up 17.5. Amy's up 4.27. Curling back up here, looking decent. Let's see if she can get back in its range. BBIG up 2.5. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. What's Bed Bath & Beyond doing? Bed Bath & Beyond up. What is this nonsense? Nonsense over here. What is this? All right. Looks like we're going to have some weird Weeble glitches today. Let's see. Got a foot of snow here in northern Ontario. I think we got at least like 6 to 8 inches. It was pretty gnarly over there. All right. Let me see if I can get IWM over here. IWM worked on the Switch. They don't want me looking at Bed Bath & Beyond right now. They don't want me looking. They don't want me looking. BBBY. Look at this. Ready? Click. Oh, there it works. All right, so it's up 0.5%. Amy's coming back up 4.5. This is looking good here, people, in the pre-market. Let's have some fun. Wouldn't be surprised if the same news got spinned into this false alarm that they created with a coordinated attack. Yeah, they borrowed a lot of shares against GME today, so let's see what happens. That's the enthusiasm I love to hear on a Friday. Let's freaking go. Yes. Let's go, Rich. If my $29 call hits today, down 97%, hey man, it could work. Leetard 37337. What's up, man? Crypto selling off. Yeah. Impossible Nuggets. AMC should sell sushi. They really should. I would go there I mean, I don't know, movie theater sushi. If it's like legit sushi, I go, but like movie theater sushi, I feel like it has the same like tone as like a grocery store or gas station sushi. I don't know about it. But we'll have to see. What my name isn't Justin Frozen Peas and Meat Juice. What do you think about that one, buddy? Not going to have a very good day at work today, so I'm glad I can at least listen to your stream. Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks a ton for all your hard work. I'm looking forward to the options class for beginners. Taylor, we'll work on that soon. All our snow melted yesterday. Yeah, man. It's snowy over here. It's freaking snowy. All right. 4 to 8 of snow coming my way today. There you go. There you go. All right, people. Let's see. Let's do another Ortex update on Amy just to see where we're at over the last couple of minutes. Whew, here we go. Here we go. This could be a fun day. We got 10 minutes until 9, about 39 minutes until market opens today. 308,000 shares borrowed against AMC today. GME has like a lot, like 600,000 shares borrowed already. Let's see. I like to see 30 on AMC, please. I don't know, man. If we could get going a little bit, I think it's possible. I think it's possible we could end up seeing that. Dude, if they put it in a good sushi chain, I'd be down for a test, bro. Me too. It would be pretty sweet. All righty here, people. Let's see. Yeah. Also, for all of you guys filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream as we get into market open, we're going to have some fun today, people. Here we go. If we break 30, next week will be monstrous. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fake stats. Lol. Who cares? True. Let's see, everybody. A little bit of a candle here. SPY selling off a little bit. Did I get a chance to check out the Stephen Colbert quick clip on Twitter? I did not. Josh, can't wait to see the look on the media's faces when AMC and GME go to the moon. When the shorters are forced to cover, the media is going to be like, Redditors are back running up the stock, spewing lies. 100%. You know what? At the same time, like they can screw off. They are going to try to twist this in a narrative, be like, oh, they're going again. It must be because they're buying according to the anniversary of the buy button. No. Here's what's actually going on. They committed the largest act of fraud against investors of all time that nobody's ever seen in the market in last January, and we didn't leave. We didn't take it. We were just like, screw you. We're going to keep holding. We're going to keep buying, and we're going to keep figuring out why you have the ability to mess with this market so much. And you know what? Now we get to kick you in the teeth. That's essentially what we get to do now. We're just going to kick you in the teeth. You think we're going to leave just because you think that you can turn off the buy button because your stupid broker couldn't basically meet the margin requirements at your clearing corporation? So you then go hurt all of your customers? Fuck you. No. Will the Ivy spike today with the crazy price action from last night? On GME, most likely. AMC, maybe not as much because it's only up 4.23% right now. It was up 16 at one point, but GME was also up like 30%. So GME is up about 19% right now, coming back up. Let's see what Amy's going to do over here. GME could have the market open today is going to be super volatile, people. Us retail are the biggest hedge fund in the world. Yep. What are your thoughts on Evergrande crashing the market, amplifying the squeeze? No, I don't agree with that. I think Evergrande I think is a lot already priced into the market. I think they've already figured out what they're going to do. And two, what have we seen happen in the past when the market sells off? AMC and GME go with it. So GME getting some candles here. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. This is going to be fun. Saw a tweet from Stephanie Cameron. Yeah, Stephanie Cameron saying 10 to 70 was the squeeze. I mean, she's just wrong. Like, you can be wrong. It's fine. AMC is a joke, says Load the Bull. That's funny, man. That's really funny that you say that. Hey, load the bowl. You're the first shill in here today, and I would like to know why AMC is your favorite stock and why you love it so much, and how many shares you own. Because I think that you're struggling with something internally right now, and I don't know why you love the stock so much that you would have to come in here and just start spewing nonsense like that. If GME squeezes, will AMC follow close behind? Yes. So will Bed Bath and Beyond, Cost, Naked, a lot of these other stocks. Look at us. We are the hedge fund now. Yup. I have AMC with my cereal. There you go. Load the Bull says, I sold at 50. Should have sold at 70. Hey, Load the Bull, why are you in my live stream though? Like, why are you here? You gonna buy back in? Is that what you're doing? This is kind of funny. I love when this. You are the most unproductive human being of all time. It's a scam, dude. That's funny. You might be the most unproductive human being of all time. Any one of these shills that like to come in and just say that stuff, that's kind of the new thing that just the shills have been saying. It's a scam. Here's the thing. If you're not getting paid to do this, you might be what I like to call a dollar store human. Because you feel the need to be unproductive and just kind of come around and just spew nonsense in a live chat of a college student who likes a stock. If you don't think AMC is a good investment, just don't invest in it and go find a better stock. But unless you're like filthy rich, the actions that you are taking right now, like coming in here and hating, they're not going to really help you out in your life at all. They're actually going to hurt you significantly. So you can come in here and hang out and have some fun with us, but I will just light you up. Dollar store human? Yeah. Let's see. There is no better stock, says Terrell Parker. There you go. That's telling them. Yeah. That was the one thing I was going to say the other day that I was like, no, I don't want to say it because I feel like I'm going to offend people with that. But feeling spicy today. There's a huge correlation to Bitcoin falling and AMC ripping. Last time I made. Yep. Oh, I love AMC. Here we go, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, where's Chan Chan at? Where's Chan Chan and Pico? That's what we want to see over here. Guns up. Yep. If GME ripping today, then so is AMC. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. What's going on, SCV? What's up, Sebastian? How you doing, buddy? Let's have some fun today, people. I'm feeling spicy. It's funny how people like Load the Bull are gonna miss out. That's true, and it's funny. I just find it weird that like they feel the need to just come in. It's like, what are you in middle school? Like, why are you like? You feel like you're missing out? You're like, no, 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 your stock is bad. No, 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 it's bad. It's like, all right, bro. You coming in here and spewing nonsense is not gonna change any of our minds. So like, but collect your money, I guess. Like, it's cool. All right, people. Drop the FU for the movement. Yep. Lemon pepper impossible nuggets time. Yep. What's up, Vix? Here we go, everybody. Can Chan Chan come out to play? I would love to see Chan Chan come out to play, people. All right, we got 33 minutes until the market opens. Spy's doing a little bit of a W over here. Same thing with Amy. GME's looking good. Everything's looking pretty good in the pre-market here. Let's have some fun. Load the Bulls, the new Chan Chan. Yes. Then short it. Exactly. You don't like it? Short it then. I dropped my pants, says Antics. There you go. The great liquidation is on. Sadly, things are all bad around us. Will it help AMC and GME? It's not going to help. I mean, it's not going to like really help us out, but we're going to need to see. I mean, we saw that nice bounce on the daily, the double bottom at 2080. We're at 23.39 right now. Again, I want at least to close above 23 today just because of all of those puts that are at 23 right now. If we can see a little bit of an extra jump, that would be sweet. I think the overall sentiment right now is awesome. Like everybody's excited. I'm excited. You guys are excited. Retail sentiment is back. Let's see if it's going to kind of correlate to the buying pressure over here. And if the sentiment really comes back enough, it's going to give institutions enough ammo to just be like, oh yeah, now we can buy, because there's not enough craziness going on right now. That's going to be like, oh no. Let's see. Jobs report is really bad. What do you think that means for us? Here's the thing. The Fed is like kind of lying to everybody. They're like, oh yeah, the economy is recovering. No, it's not. Every single piece of data is like coming out and be like, no, 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 it's not recovering. It's not actually that great. The jobs report, bad. Inflation, bad. So what they're doing is when they do these like rate hikes that are going to come out, it's going to be a wild time because like they're only doing it to stifle inflation. We're getting inflation next Wednesday. We're going to be messing around with some trades surrounding that. But like they're in a weird spot right now. They're in like the middle spot where like things are really bad, but they need the economy to be better in order to justify like raising rates and stuff like that. So we got to see right here. Charles Payne tweeted about the jobs report. Yeah, it wasn't good. What was it? Plus 199K versus like what they were expecting, 400K. Like, let's see. 1 minute until 30 minutes until the market opens, people. Here we go. The economy is a dumpster fire. Yes. Where's Load the Bull? There he is. To the moon. There he is. There he is coming back. Load the Bull, you are welcome to stay in here and hang out with us today and provide content for my stream. Perfectly fine. You can do that. That's pretty much what these individuals are used for. Because here's the thing. You people like you will come out and just be like, it's a scam, and then not provide any evidence or like your actual side of the thesis to it. So you can say whatever you want. We have all provided our side of the thesis. You can try to make an argument about it, but you're probably just going to go, oh, they're in debt. Oh, the CEO's selling shares. Asked and answered already. So you got to come up with something that's like actually legitimate that is going to be like, oh, that's a good point. If you make a good point, I'll acknowledge it and go through it and try to disprove your claim. It's literally just a little bit of a debate. But if you're just going to come in and be like, it's a scam, I'll just roast you for being a little dollar store human and like we'll just play that game. Good morning, STV, says Ryan Sinclair. There we go. Good volume on Amy today? Yeah, what is it right now? Yeah, 352K right now? Okay. Yeah, well, that's just on Webull, so it's probably double or a little bit more. Let's see. Think Loopring will get a bounce and continue to dip on the GME news. There wasn't really an announcement with Loopring. Like it wasn't a Loopring announcement, I don't think. So let's see what's gonna happen with that. Jobs report with Delph drag on the market today. I agree. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. Is the scam. Yeah. First GME haul before 10:07 a.m. says Jim. That would be sweet. Whew. That would be some nice things to see over here. A little bit of a halt, halt on the way up. So when are we supposed to see the big run up? I don't know. Let's see. If we start to get going today, the options are going to get a little bit more nasty, and then we're really going to see stuff start to pick up, which is going to really run a lot of things into the money. The thing is that right now GME and AMC are a little bit different. GME could have a crazy high amount of outstanding failure to delivers that they've hidden and we don't necessarily know about. AMC on the other side, yes, can have that, but they also have a nasty options chain coming up. GME doesn't really have that gamma ramp that we need to see out of them, but also GME can just go like just start ripping, going crazy. Marvin, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, my man. Do dark pool trades eventually hit the lit market? Thanks for the content. To the moon. So kind of dark pool trades do reflect in the price because they are trading within the NBBO. With the there's another one. There's another way that they can trade outside of the NBBO, but always it's going to be within like 5% of the price. So there's a way that it can be 30, but AMC and GME don't qualify for that type of an exemption where they can trade that far outside of the NBBO. It has to be a super, super, super illiquid stock. So the reason why like dark pools and like internalization of orders at market makers is bad is because they're front running your orders with latency arbitrage. So they're basically using their computers that when they see your order come in, they buy for a lower price, they sell it to you at a higher price, and they make those fractions of a penny, and that limits price discovery. So that's kind of the issues. Let's see. Expecting any news from GME or Loopring? They could. If they come out with something today, that'd be pretty cool. UConn. Woof. Guns up. F the haters. We in here. 100% people. Let's see. Amy's up 4.41% at 23.45 in the pre-market. GME is up 20%. Here we go. It's looking like she wants to get a little bit jumpy here. The volume is starting to come in. Today could be a little bit interesting, everybody. Let's see what happens. Did you see the chicken tweet by AA? I did see that. I did see the little chicken tweet. All righty. Must have faith. Yep. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Anything nuts? Breaking news, another huge miss on jobs number December payroll. Only 199,000 missing consensus by more than 50%. There will be cherry picking and lipstick applied. Oh, God. Yeah, they're going to try to really get around this, but it's not. They can't do it. Yeah, so Stonko Tracker is back. So for everybody that was kind of freaking out yesterday about Stonko Tracker and the glitch, remember I was showing you guys it wasn't 37,000. They adjusted it back to 101,000. Here's the thing though. What they're trying to do, this is literally what the market makers are trying to do in terms of like max pain. So the max pain is at 22. So that's going to be the price where the most amount of options expire out of the money. Now, you also have to think about the in the money versus out of the money puts and calls. So if the calls, this is the thing right here, because the calls are so concentrated super deep in the money that the deltas on those contracts are going to be a little bit higher. The puts aren't necessarily that deep in the money right now. So they kind of want to get like an even, they're trying to get an even balance of puts and calls in the money. So when they hedge, they're not exposed or providing a lot of buying volume on buying or shorting volume on either side. They would like the shorting volume to come in, but they're probably not going to do that. Also, you guys remember the video that was getting circulated yesterday with that hedge fund guy kind of explaining what happened in like January with AMC and GME? That stuff that he was talking about in that video, we've talked about almost every day for the last 6 months. So here's what happens. When volumes on a stock get I'm just going to explain to you guys what was said in the video by this hedge fund guy. What was said in that video was essentially as follows. The reason why things got so out of hand was, yes, the options chain. First of all, right there, market makers have to hedge. They have to go out and buy shares in order to hedge a lot of these contracts. If there's continual options buying as the stock is going up, well, yeah, you'd have an initial gamma where they'd have to like, yeah, call was running the money. They hedge, you get up higher to another strike that has more call contracts in the money. And then you hedge those, which all those hedges are buying shares, which feeds into the buying pressure. But if people are still buying calls, which will happen in this situation, because when you see the stock price start to run up from these low levels, everybody's going to start coming in and gambling, buying shares, buying calls. It's going to get crazy. The second thing is this right here. It has to do with the exposure that the market makers end up having on their sheet and whatever they have to do as their role as a liquidity provider and a market maker. So when an order goes to a market maker, they have to make sure that it gets filled. They're providing liquidity to the market. So in order to do that, if a sell order comes in, they're going to buy it from you. If a buy order comes in, they're going to sell it to you. So what they will do, again, in those situations, latency arbitrage, they're going to try to buy it quickly and then sell it to you at whatever price that you want to buy it at. But when there's such high volume, like such high volume in a stock, like when AMC and GME, or AMC specifically, I don't know if GME's volume ever got over $1 billion. It might have, but AMC's volume got to 1.2 billion on the day that the buy button gets cut off. There's not enough shares. There are not enough shares out there that they can use to essentially come in and just take the other side of those trades. So when Gasparino comes in and says, oh, the higher volume on these stocks is going to make Citadel a boatload of money, to a point, he's right. But when it gets so crazy that they have to naked short, which is their legal right as a market maker, but it also gets them into trouble, it hurts them significantly. Because think about this. Let's say the volume when AMC's trading at 40 on a given day is like 100 million. And they have to start that naked shorting in order to provide that liquidity into the market. Then it goes to 50. So they naked shorted at 50. They're down $10 a share. Then it goes to 60. Then it goes to 70. So now with those naked shorts that they have that they are not really hedged on, the only way to hedge those is to really sell a bunch of puts. Or no, buy a bunch of puts or sell a bunch of calls, which they're not going to do. They're just going to expose themselves even more because it's like, yeah, you're trying to hedge over here, but it's like trying to pay off a credit card with another credit card. It's not going to work. So when that happens, they are so incredibly screwed by the overall, like what their actions are as a market maker, because they have to take the other side of the trade. So when the volume just spikes like that to those crazy high levels, they are so incredibly exposed. And every single time they sell a naked share, again, it's legal according to Reg Show. In order for them to provide liquidity to the market, it's creating all of these failure to delivers. Now, are they going to repackage them and try to get around these threshold list dates and all of that? Absolutely, they are. So when we see this high volume come in, like that's how this situation gets so out of hand. The high volume on these spikes that happen kind of regardless, maybe from an unrelated reason, but the market makers get screwed in that situation. Colton, thank you so much for the super. I really, really appreciate that, man. Goal for today, hood drops to at least 1450. My puts print, take my money and buy at least 500 shares of AMC. Dude, I can't wait to see if that happens. I would love to see that. So hopefully that explanation of what is going on with the option chain or what is going on with these market makers made a little bit of sense to you guys. That's essentially what was said in that video, but we cover that all the time. So I just wanted to make sure everybody fully understands like what's going on. Them saying they have to provide liquidity is basically saying they have to control the price so they don't get just screwed. Not really. They have to just facilitate whatever price action is going to happen like naturally. They have to facilitate it because the market's going to decide whatever price that it's going to be trading at, and they're going to need to do something about it. Let's see here. SV, if GME is up because NFT news, what is the reason for AMC to be up in the after hours and pre-market? I think the news is FUD. Sort of. Well, you got to think about this whole concept of, I know a lot of people don't like to say it, but they're all linked. GME, AMC, Cost, BlackBerry, Bed Bath, they're all linked somehow. GME is up like 20% right now. AMC is up 4%. They're all linked somehow. Like if GME goes, they're all going to go. They're all linked in some sort of like quote meme stock basket. So when one of them starts to go, they're all going to go. Just like when we saw Bed Bath & Beyond like go nuclear in their after hours after their previous earnings, not the one that happened this week, and AMC and GME go up like almost 10%. They're not in the same niche at all. Like when you see those things start to happen, you're like, what's going on here, guys? Like, come on now. Let's see. Yeah, for everybody filtering in here right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, just helps out with the algorithm a little bit. You guys were awesome yesterday. You guys crushed it yesterday. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Their algorithms to hedge aren't really suited for crazy volume. It is like it is to a point. Like when you see like out, let's just think about like the market in terms of like probability of what the volume is going to be. It's going to be in the terms of like what are the standard deviations of how much volume is going to get pumped into a stock. If you're outside of a certain range on the upside in terms of like high volume, you're going to get screwed. It's going to be like a screwy situation that you're going to get hurt with. Let's see. Not an options guy, but what is today looking like for Amy? Let's see what happens at market open. I think it's going to be incredibly volatile, especially with this jobs report. It's going to be interesting. The SPY, right as the market opens, could just see some massive red candles and then start to come back up. I don't know how that's going to affect AMC and GME. Probably going to drag them down a little bit more, but GME has shown, and so has AMC in the past, that they can just go nutty regardless of what the market does. So let's see. The report that came out with Log the Flow. So here's the thing: Log the Flow isn't like it's not like a regulated institution. It's just like a bunch of people in the community that just made a website and then like wrote an article. That's all it is. So it's theory. Just like any other piece of DD that comes out, it's theory. Like just because like it comes out from a website, like doesn't mean that I haven't read it. It has to do with I think like billions of shares outstanding. It's very, very possible that that is the case. AMC, here we go. Here we go. We're up 5% right now. GME's up 22.5% right now and climbing 23% right now. It's looking really good. We have that 160 breakout right here, people. 160, 126 right now. If we can see this during the market today, we've been struggling around that 160 level. If we can get this 160 breakout on GME today, we could get really, really, really spicy. So 2361 on Amy right now, up about 5. GME is climbing right now. 162 right now. It is up 24%. Here it comes, everybody. Here it comes. SPY's not doing anything right now, and AMC is kind of hanging out at that 5% range. GME is slowly climbing up here. 162.50. Here it comes. 163. It is getting interesting, people. Here we go. Kramer hyping GME up. Yeah, of course he does. He was trying to, Kramer's a complete a-hole for what he did yesterday. He was trying to take credit for everything that GameStop was doing with the crypto space. We already knew about this, dummy. They were going to do this regardless of what silly Jim Cramer was going to say. GME is looking very spicy in the pre-market right now. Very, very, very spicy. Here we go. SPY lagging? No. SPY's just hanging out. SPY's actually coming down a little bit here, but GME, that 160 breakout's going to be key. The smell of Moas in the air. Yep. SV, just remember, you said you would. No. I'm not doing that. I feel like that would hurt my chances at getting them to like sponsor me. I feel like that would hurt it. Am I the only mod in here again today? SV, I'll do what I can, but once I get on the road, I'll keep up. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take care of it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Do you continue to Lex? Yeah, that was brutal English right there. Is Kramer on OnlyFans? I don't know. What's QQQ doing? I mean, is it selling off? Yeah, QQQ's kind of hanging out right here. Amy is up 5.4% right now. Here she comes. GME is getting a little bit jumpy right now, people. It is getting interesting in here. Let's see. Come on, everybody. Let's do our thing here. Happy birthday, says Casey. I appreciate it. If we continue to run all day, do you think the momentum will carry over into next week? Yes. Yes, I do. I think it absolutely will. Let's see. I don't know, man. This could be a really interesting day, people. Get ready. Volatility is to be expected as the market opens. Anybody that was day trading these stocks may be taking profit right as the market opens today. But after that, we could go on a moon mission. So let's see what we're going to see over here. It could be a very, very fun day. FOMO incoming. I think it could be. Here's the thing. Retail sentiment is back. Sentiment is back. GME up 23 freaking percent in the pre-market right now. AMC up 5. Like, come on now. Everybody's been kind of down and out, a little bit upset about the price action. Oh, here comes BBBY with some buy orders here. You cannot tell me that these stocks are not all linked up together when Bed Bath & Beyond is up freaking 4% in the pre-market off shit earnings yesterday, and GME is up 23%. AMC is up 5% on Wall Street Journal news that may not even be real. Come on now. So here's the thing. That's kind of what a lot of what's keeping me in this play right now. They're messing with it. They are continuously messing with these stocks. There are institutions we don't even know who we're betting against right now. We have no idea. Amy, looking good. Let's see if we can get above that 24 in the pre-market. We got 15 minutes to go, people. Here we go. Let's see. Hypothetically, would it help if people bought the rip of a hypothetical stock? Yes, because you're adding to that buying pressure and the FOMO. Let's see. Let's go, people. Here we go. Come on. All right, GME's at 162, very, very solid. Bed Bath & Beyond up 2.36, Amy up 5.6. Here we go, everybody. It looks good. We are right around the time too that I would have expected to see a run start to happen. They're gonna start hedging some of these calls. Typically, here's the thing: you should right away. These market makers should be hedging calls that they're selling like that because they don't want to hold these positions for a long period of time to have any directional exposure. Yeah, if they're selling puts and calls, you can kind of offset it. But if the calls start to run, so like puts, when you sell puts, it's a negative it's a positive delta position. When you sell calls, it's a negative delta position. So you can kind of offset with that. And that may be the reason. Here we go. New piece of information here. That could be the reason that they're not hedging yet. And they have to wait for it to get imbalanced in terms of the deltas on it to then start hedging. And when do we see that happen? Well, right as we start to get up to expiration dates and crazy price action starts to happen. So that looks like to be a little bit of an explanation as to why we start to see them start to hedge 2 weeks before, which is right now. So let's see if they're going to start hedging some of these options. Like and share, says Jacob. Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, make sure you guys hit that like button. YouTube's been messing with us recently. So the only way to really counteract that is to, give them a reason to not mess with us. So thank you guys for all your support. You guys are awesome. Okay, here we go, GME. 163. What's the pre-market high? 163.69. Oh, we just broke it again. 25% in the pre-market. Let's see if Amy's going to get a little bit of action too. Here we go, everybody. Volume is key, and it's picking up. It is picking up. Here we go. This is going to be fun. VIX morning was the options activity. I may have missed your explanation this morning. We're kind of back on track with what we were seeing on Stonko Tracker. So let's see. Amy's coming up now, up 6%, 23.81. What's the pre-market high? Or no, maybe this isn't the pre-market high on GME. That's after hours too, so you can't really. Let's see here. Amy coming up here. Let's go. Is Nokia involved? It looks like it. Is Nokia coming up too? A little bit. Really, really low volume on this thing. Let's see. Any of these other previous stocks that, all right, QQQ's coming back. Amy's up 6.32. GME's up 24. This is going to get good. Poke that like button. Here we go. YouTube is a bit cucky. Yeah, 100%. Keith. Thank you so much for the Superman. I really appreciate that. With so much potential volatility in these stocks, does it make sense to use limit orders or just buy at market price? It does make sense to use limit orders. You still want to use limit orders because market, in terms of like, if we see incredible amounts of volatility, the market maker can screw you instantly with a market order. Because if we see like big candles, big volatility, you get hit with the wick on the way down, you're screwed. Because that could be like a $4 candle or something crazy when we get up to those price movements. And if you're holding 1,000 shares, that's $4,000. So be very, very careful with market orders. All right, Amy coming up now, up 6.2. It did hit. It almost cracked 24. So let's see what we're gonna see here. If we get halts on the way up today, it's possible. So if we start to see halts on the way up, that's a good sign. Bullish, like Halting on the way up, good. Halting on the way up, it's not so great. Emperor Lure, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. Happy birthday, STV, LFG. It's not my birthday, but thank you. It feels like my birthdays with the pre-market action that we're seeing. Again, guys, here's the thing. It's not one of my birthdays today. So on my actual birthday, May 27th, for those of you guys who didn't know, we had a 35.58% green day. So if it's your birthday today and we beat 35.58%, then you will be getting mod for a day on Monday. And then on my YouTube birthday, we ran like 20% on a Friday a couple of weeks ago. So let's see. I'm hoping my birthdays are not the overall catalyst so we can really rip here. 23.94 on Amy. GME's at 160. It's flickering right now. The volume is coming in here, people. This is going to be a crazy day. He's lying, says Casey. No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Up good, up. Let's see. May 27th is my birthday too. There you go. Is today AMC day? It's always AMC day. Is today your haircut anniversary? I don't think so. I got a haircut like 2 weeks ago. Bitcoin and Ethereum dumping. Yeah, volume is going to pop. Volume's going to go nutty today. We could see an over 100 million volume day. So if we see this first 1 minute candle be like 2 million, 3 million, oh, volume's back, people. The volume will be back. If we hit 35 today, I'll quit my job. I don't know if you want to do that. LFG, what's up, M Creeks? How you doing? Not fair. My birthday was New Year's. Sorry. I don't make the rules, even though I do make the rules. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I am excited today. Let's have some fun. All right, come on now. Let's get Amy ripping right now. Ripping. Thanks for continually holding our hands through this journey, says Jambo Jim. Anytime, my man. Corey, what's up, man? How you doing? Vix, I'll add it up. I'm not Corey. I hope you're having a good day today, buddy. You are more than welcome to come in and stay in here as long as you want. Let's see. You think the options at GME at Bell are worthy? Too late. It will be too late. If you try to get GME options at the Bell, you're going to get stolen from. Just letting you know right now. The market maker, the spreads are going to widen a little bit off of a 23% move. So be very, very careful. If you want to get any options on anything, wait, is what I'm saying right now, because the market makers and everybody's going to be running to the options chain right now. So the prices are going to just inflate and the spreads are going to be wide and you're most likely going to get stolen from, which is usually what I do to people. So don't let people like me steal from you. You got to be very, very good at looking at options change to just get them instantly. You got to steal something. So in order to do that, if you want to try to steal something from somebody, you would go for a further out expiration date where it's less liquid, the spreads widen, and you start throwing in random orders to try to get filled. So that's what I do. Let's see. I already quit my job. There you go. My 135 GME calls are killing it. Oh, you are going to be very, very, very happy today with your 135 GME calls. Are they weeklies? If they're weeklies, you are going to make so much money. Buy some shares, add to the momentum. There you go, Andy. Just a reminder to everyone to please place seat backs and trade tables in their full upright position. We are about ready for liftoff. We have 8 minutes left until the market opens, people. Let's see. AMC and GME are coming down a little bit right here. GME is still above 160. I want to see that 160 breakout and see what happens. Hey, Vix, if I place an order for an option for the ask price before the market opens and the pre-market rises like this, what's happening now, will it affect my buy order? Yeah, you're not going to get filled because the ask is going to be reflective of the previous close. So the ask is going to be, I don't know, 400% high, maybe even 1,000% higher. So you're definitely not going to get filled on that. If you do, you're the luckiest person in the world. Grandpa Barney, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the super. Good morning, family. Tara Manu, a-hole, bye. Did Grandpa Barney say a-hole? Yes, I'm buying. Woo-hoo! Grandpa Barney with the potty mouth today. Here we go. I'm new here. Love this guy's enthusiasm. Ron Burgundy. I appreciate that, my man. I really appreciate that. All right, here we go. You know what we're going to be drinking a lot of today? You know what we're going to be doing? I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. I got to go and look and see where I am. This is what we're drinking today. You see this? You see this? Hedgy tears. An absolute gallon of Hedgy tears. I'll try to drink this the whole thing today. Nice to see you stop by trade spotting and Rocky outcrops last night. The 135s of this weekly. Yeah. Oh, I love trade spotting and Rocky. Did Liquid IV message you? They did, M Kriegs. I just got to fill out their little application so we can do that next week, which would actually be sweet. If we end up seeing like a movement in the price upward, I mean, the Liquid IV would probably enjoy to get their. I mean, I talk about them anyway. So here we go. Hedgy Tears brought to you by Liquid IV, 100%. Let's go. Come on. You'd rather drink Nicola? Nah, love the energy. Now let's keep it on the red days, guys and gals. Hey, you guys know me. I've always got this type of energy. Now you guys are going to be on this wave with me. It's going to be a fun day. Again, but we could see a big sell-off as the market opens just because of that job data. So be prepared. But it's also possible that AMC and GME are just going to be like, I don't give a shit about jobs data, and just go. Like, it's very possible. Nice joke. Thank you, Maddie Vision. Here we go. What's liquid? That's not it. Just popped in quick to throw a like into the video. Don't forget to hit the like today, says Justin. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wow, Keith, thank you so much for the super. Hey, super chats aren't necessary. Yeah, absolutely not, guys. You guys don't have to send those in if you guys don't want to, but special shout out to those of you guys who do. It does help out a whole lot. So thank you guys. I know, but there is energy in these stocks that we haven't seen in a while. Let's amp it up. Thanks for what you do for our community. Keith, thank you for coming in here all the time. People like Keith always showing positivity, even on the big red days. You guys make this like whole streaming thing like not easier, but like it makes it like fun, because even on the red days, we're in here hanging out because guess what? We know these stocks can rip at any time. The fact that they try to push them down all the time, and then we start to see, oh, one of them starts to go, and then they all start to go. It's like, it's not over. They cannot hold these stocks down forever. And we're just waiting to see when the next big price movement is going to happen. Grandpa Barney, thank you for the super. Hit that like button, family. That's for Pam. All righty, here we go. Let's see. Aria, what's going on? Here we go. Stay composed, apes. This could be a setup before a big rip. It could still fall. Just expect everything. Don't expect anything until it happens. 100%. If MOAS happens in 2 weeks, will you shave your head like Trey? No. Sorry. GME looking to open above 160. LFG, it is. We got 4 minutes left, people. We're at 162.60 right now. AMC's at 23.88. I want to see that above 24 today and just start to get going. QQQ's looking all right. Let's actually put IW. Let's see how SPY is doing. Let's see how SPY WM is doing right now. SPY's looking decent right here. It's flat. Let's see how IWM is doing right now after this jobs report. It's probably might get hit a little bit more. Not too crazy right now. So the market's trying to shake off the jobs data in the pre-market. So let's see what happens here. Damn, almost 2K here. Congrats. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go, people. Let's see. What does the VIX look like? I could pull up VXX, the ETN. It's probably flat. It's up 1 point delisted. This is the wrong one. Down 0.21% in the pre-market right now. All right, so I want Bed Bath & Beyond up here on the top right, up 1.87% in the pre-market. Amy coming down to VWAP, GME coming down a little bit here, 160.20 right now. Flickering around, still up 22% in the pre-market. Here we go. Aunt May's Kitchen, thank you so much for the super. Aunt May's hot sauce in the house. Woohoo, I do love me some hot sauce. Let's see. Let's see. There are no green days. There are no red days. There are only covered or not covered. Nate, I like that. I like that. Bought 100 at the current price. Just got filled in seconds, says Lex. There you go. Ooh, look at that little sell-off there, huh? Look at that little red candle there, huh? We're still up 5%. Go for it. Try to push it down. See what happens with this momentum today that we're seeing. Not a dead mouse. Guys, my mouse was freaking out yesterday. It was pretty insane. So let's see what's going to happen here today. I think we are going to have a lot of fun. If we hit $30, will you show your ankles? Sure. I'll show my ankles at $30 today. We did that last time and we hit 30. So let's see. If we hit 30 today, I'll show my ankles. Bing bong. There you go. What's going on, guys? Happy birthday, everyone. LFG and Merry Christmas, says CJ. Yeah, special shout out to all the members that are in here too. You guys are awesome. You just bought 5,000 shares, says AJ. Oh, that's nice. Wrists at 35? Nah, bro. It's Ankles Friday. I think the last time that we did the ankles was on Friday, too. My name isn't Justin Frozen Peas and Meat Juice. Thank you for the super. This could cover some more Kroger sushi. There you go, my man. All right, we have 2 minutes until the market opens, people. Here we go. Let's get some rockets and basketballs in the chat to see what's going on. My neighbors probably hate me right now because I'm loud as hell, but here's the thing. We're up big. They can't hold us down forever. I'm excited. We're about to get into market open. Let's have some fun. If AMC runs, I'm going to go wear a diaper just in case, says Ryan. There you go, buddy. You bought 200 to add to my load? There you go, Roseanne. There you go. OBV going up. Yeah, volume's coming up. 1 minute here, people. Here we go. SOPA will run today. Interesting. Get ready to buy the dip. Dry powder locked and loaded. There we go. Hold on. AMC going up because they recycled FTDs. Very, very possible. Okay, so GME coming down a little bit as the market opens here. We are still above 160 though. I would not be surprised if we get a couple of red candles at the market open, or it's just going to go absolutely nuclear and we just see it go nuts. So let's see. I'm excited to see. It's like Christmas morning. It's like, ooh, are we going to get what we want, or are we going to just be upset about it? But either way, we're going to have some fun today. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. Market is open. Let's see what's going on here. IWM coming up. Amy, little bit. Come on. Let's see what's going to happen here. What's the volume right here right now? 890,000. What is that? What is that? All right. Let's see. I mean, the buyers are coming in right here. We have 893,000 in volume on this first candle. Let's see what's going to happen. GME coming down a little bit here. We're at 156. We're still up 20%. Amy is kind of holding up right now. The buyers are stepping in here. Let's go, people. If we get above 25, I'm going to crack a beer too. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're kind of flickering right now. IWM just went a little bit red. Let's see how the market's going to react to a lot of this economic data. Right now on GME, we're at 157. Right now on AMC, we're at 2360, up 5%. GME is up about 21%. It is coming back up off of this initial sell candle. Amy getting a little bit of a pop here. Here we go. Volume on this initial candle, this 1 minute candle, 1.5 million so far. Let's see if we can crack that 24. Here she goes. Here she goes, people. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. We are getting going here. Oh, come on. Let's get that $24 break. IWM kind of hanging out. GME kind of coming down still, right at the upper end of its moving average range. Bed Bath & Beyond at 1.94. Let's see. Honestly, we're not really seeing that whipsaw that we typically see right as the market opens. So this is honestly, it's kind of eerie. It's like, ooh, what are they going to do? What's going to happen? So that initial volume candle right here, the first 1 minute, 1.6 million. So the volume is back. We have 2.73 million in volume so far. Let's see what's going to happen here. 3 million on Yahoo already. Yeah, I've got 2.76 that's showing on Webull right now. So GME is kind of holding right here. So let's see what's going to happen. The buyers are stepping in. I mean, not on GME right now. We're seeing a little bit of profit taking, but let's see. Little bit. Crypto bleeding hard. Interesting. I drink on red days and green days, says Ryan. There you go. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit of a pop here. IWM selling off with the economic data coming in. AMC now getting a little bit of a red candle. Where's TLT? Let's check TLT really quickly. TLT down. Nothing too crazy is going on right here. All right, GME 157 right here. It wants to come back up. Let's see if the buyers step in on Amy. Here we go. Let's break that. 24, says Sebastian. There we go, my man. All right, so we're still up 4.5% right now. GME's up 19. Here we go. Let's check Ortex data really quickly on Amy to see what they've done. Wow, nothing too crazy on AMC. Let's check GME. They did borrow a boatload of shares in the pre-market. They was like 600K. Wow. Look at this nonsense. 1.87 million shares borrowed already on GME. 18.31% change in the estimated short interest. That is a boatload. They might come out to attack today, people. Let's see what happens. Amy is still above 23. GME is getting hit a little bit here. They took out 1.7 million shares. The volume on GME right now is 2 million. The volume on AMC is 3.5 million. So GME's volume is stepping up here. That's entire day's shares traded. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane that they've done this. All right, IWM with a little bit of a pop. Let's see what happens with everything else here. TLT is a little bit red on the day. Not a lot of volume on TLT right now. What have they borrowed on AMC? It wasn't anything crazy. Let me go back. It was like 600K or something. Oh, yeah, 300K on AMC right now. So not anything crazy, but GME, they borrowed a shitload of shares. Why is Hood going up? I don't know. Why does SCV say Amy? Because Amy is AMC, Jimmy is GME. We give them names. We're doing some personification over here. That's what we do. All right, let's check BBIG to see what they're up to over here. Nothing too crazy. So this is interesting right here. We are seeing a higher amount of volume than usual. AMC's volume is about 4 million, but we're still up. We're at 2350 right now. GME at 154. IWM starting to come up. Let's see what's going to happen here. GME almost over average daily volume. I bet it is, like, already in this 1 minute, like in these like first 4 or 5 minutes. This is insane. Hood is spiking. Screw that. Screw that. Hood, get down. What are you doing over there? Hey, pal, loving your energy. If you get some time this morning, is there any chance you could take the Ortex data on VLDR? I'll check that very quickly for you right now. So AMC's price is going to be over here. Let's move this a little bit. So 2330 right now, as you guys can see, VLDR. Let's see what we got over here. On VLDR, it's 81% utilization, 20% short interest, low cost to borrow, really high days to cover. That could be a decent one. But let's see. GME selling off now. They took out a lot of shares on GME today. Very, very interesting. What price range do we need to see before day traders and swing traders and other retails start to FOMO in? Probably 24. At these levels, probably 24. Just subscribe to your channel. Thank you for streaming. Happy birthday, SCV. Zero the Guitar Hero. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Hard to see the charts today. Yeah, I mean, I'll zoom in a little bit over here just so we can see it better. So GME's at 151 right now. I want to see that 160 breakout. Intraday, I want to see that 160 breakout. So let's see what happens. Just waiting for our Lambo day. Yup. Let's see. What's the AMC Max Pain price today? 26. Max Pain is at 26. So GME as of market open has not seen a lot of buyers step in to buy it at these levels. We're still at 152, 153 right now. IWM's kind of flickering around. AMC is looking like it wants to get a little bit jumpy here. It is up $1 right now. Yeah, Charles Payne's blue checkmark got taken away. That's nonsense. That is absolute nonsense. High volume means algo trading back and forth and spoofing. It could, or it means that a lot of people are willing to transact right now, which is going to be dangerous if we start to see a lot of buy orders come in. Dangerous for like shorts and market makers. Would price spike with little volume be better? Not really. I want high volume price spikes because it means that not only retail but institutions could be back to buying back in it. And the reason I want institutions to start buying a little bit is because they have the ability to just come in with big buy orders and smack it. Okay, Amy coming up a little bit here. This is good. GME, come on now. 154, looking decent. IWM popping up. Hood, get this nonsense off my chart. All right, here we go. AMC was above 26 after hours at one point yesterday. Yeah, it had, what do you call it? It had like, it was up like 16, 17%. It was crazy. Let's ride into the danger zone. Yeah, we want to see it get to the danger zone. That's going to take a lot of effort. But with the price action that we've seen like this week, they've lowered it a little bit. So it's probably like now upper 30s. Now with those 40, the open interest at those $40 strikes right here, it's nutty. Like, look at this. Like we have a nice gamma ramp going up to 30, little bit. It's not anything insane. 30's good. 35's good. But there's 58,000 contracts at 40 for the January. So I mean, they want to play stupid games and win stupid prizes. I'm down. I'm very down for it. Can you look at ISIG? Yeah. What's gnarly about it? All right. Everything's kind of trading in a range right now. Amy's up 4. GME's up 17. Like, it's looking decent here. AMC volume is mostly yesterday's and today's. Well, it would be today's pre-market. So many eyes on these stocks right now. If we don't rip today, these stocks are controlled 100%. They are kind of controlled 100%. Let's see. Come on. 17% on GME. We're up 4 on Amy. Come on now. We want a nice little rip here. IWM coming back up. Let's see if that gets reflected. What's the volume right now? 5.5 million on AMC, 2.66 million on GME. We need the buyers to come in and step back in on GME. That's what we need to see. If GME starts to go and AMC, like if AMC starts to get the volume, like the buying volume, or GME starts to get the buying volume first, oh, it's gonna get gnarly. That's why I like to say like it's good to have them shorting all of these stocks and us taking the other side of a lot of these trades, because if we get a good rip on one of them, well, then the other one's probably going to come with it. All right, we're hanging right around that $23.50 mark. We're going to need a little bit more. Yeah, no. We want institutions buying XYZ. The reason why you want institutions to come in and buy, is because they have the ability, unlike retail investors, to come in. Let's say if they're like $50 million worth, and they just go boom and hit it. Then it starts to go up. It wipes out a lot of sell orders. But retail investors can't do that. It's more spread out. So think of institutions buying like a short squeeze, and think of retail buying like a gamma squeeze. Gamma squeeze is going to be a little bit slower, just slow backdrop of buying pressure if retail wants to start buying a lot. But when the institutions really start to pile in, it's boom right away. A lot of traders and institutions are likely waiting for a bit of a dip to step in. They've gotten it. We came down to that was a candle right here. We got that double bottom yesterday on the daily chart at 2080, so that was the dip. So they could have started to step in there. Let's see what happens. 154 on GME, 2370 on AMC right now. Yeah, here comes Amy. Fat AMC candle, very fat AMC candle. SB on the 15-minute, the after hours and pre-market looked the same as the entire day yesterday. Interesting. Yeah, we've been kind of trading on a lot of these algos. I have a confession. I've been paper-handed GME. Forgive me, Lord. Ryan. Something's cooking up, says Sebastian. Yeah. Let's see. But don't institutions buy in the dark pool? It doesn't matter. It still reflects the price. They can buy in the dark pool, but think about it. If you're a long institution and already have a lot of shares, where do you want your order to go? You want it to show up in the level too. So they wouldn't want to buy it in the dark pool, because it wouldn't show up in the level 2, so you wouldn't see the algo start to react off of it. Oh, here she comes. Broke 24. We broke 24. We're up 7% right now. Here we go. We just broke that 24. Let's see if more buyers are going to step in right now. And if we can hold this 24 and use it as support, we could bounce off of it and really start to get going. GME's coming up to 157 right now. IWM is looking good. Here we go. 2408 right now. It's flickering around. The volume stepping up here. 6.85 million in volume today on Amy. Here we go. Come on now. Come on. Let's get up there. Let's see these buyers step in and take this thing back to where we want it to go. Here we go, everybody. Come on now. Come on. Let's see. All right, here we go. Come on, Amy. Do your thing here. Yep, IWM moving too. All right. Now we just came down below. Let's see. We might do a little couple of tests at this 24 before we really start to get going. Let's see. Have I ever been to a horse track? No, I have not. Let's see here. Get your seats before it's too late. I mean, here we go. We're gonna need to see a little bit of a bounce here. I mean, the average, like the range that we typically look at is so tight right now. We're not seeing anything really start to trend in one direction or the other. So what I want to see is VWAP start to trend up. I want to see the 50 MA start to come up, so we can get that 50 test, 50 test, 50 test, and just start melting up throughout the rest of the day. IWM's looking good. How's SPY looking right now? So IWM's up about 0.4% off of this economic data right here. SPY is still a little bit in the red. It's not really moving very well right now. We're looking for that second test of 24 right now. Let's get IWM back up here. I mean, QQQ was doing decent, but like I don't really care about Q. Oh, look at that IWM candle right here. Let's see. Look at BBBY. Is it going? Yeah, come on now. All of these stocks are linked together. They're all starting to get some buying momentum here. Come on now, Amy. Do your thing. Added 36 more from Baba Options Profit, LFG Amy, Carl. Atta boy. Let's hit the like button, says Jorge. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the way in. We are going to be on here for a while today. IWM is getting rippy right now. Let's see. It typically takes AMC a little bit to really start to get going off of those big IWM moves, but let's see if we're going to see it. Aaron, thank you so much for that. Super. I really appreciate that, man. Crypto selling too. Let's see. Come on now. Get up there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. The intraday high right now is 24.17. Let's see if we can break that and kind of settle down above this $24 level. We're up 7.3%, looking very strong. GME's up 19. IWM is getting jumpy right now. So here's the thing with IWM. The IWM short interest right now is still very, very high. So IWM can squeeze, but it's not going to be like a bit like a MOAS squeeze. Like you'll see shorts covering and the price will start to come up, which is kind of what we're seeing here. Like this is going to be a good month, most likely for small caps before we get that rate hike. Okay, here we go. Another new day high. Here it comes. Here we go. Another nice little candle here. 24.22 broke that intraday high. Come on now, Amy. Do your thing. GME moving up too, back into its range, 156. I want to see that 160 breakout on GME. That's what I'm looking for. Added 41 yesterday. There you go. We need volume. And we're getting it right now. We're at 8.24 in volume. I mean, the volume on these candles is it's bigger than we've typically seen. So typically we've seen the volume, like the candles on the 1 minute, be like 100,000, 80,000, maybe even 200,000. But now we're seeing 348,000, 387,000. We're getting going here. This is nice. The volume is stepping back in. I love me some green candles, says Sebastian. Me too, buddy. The RSI MACD on the 1 hour is looking so tasty. Yeah. Where is it? Hold on. Let me get up my trading view over here. All righty. Amy's looking good today, people. I hope everybody's excited. We're going to have a good day today. We are going to have a solid day today. 1 hour. Did we get that MACD cross on the 4 hour yet? Hold on now. I think it was the 4 hour where we were looking. Yep, we crossed on the 4 hour. So let's see what's going to happen today. That is a good bullish sign. Oh, we're coming down a little bit here, but we are still above 24. It's looking, IWM is going absolutely nutty right now. So let's see if this is going to reflect in AMC. GME's coming down a little bit at 154. Still looking solid here. SPY, what's SPY doing? Is SPY coming back around? Yep, SPY's getting some candles too. Market showing some strength right here at the open. We are 15 minutes into the day, people. Amy is hanging out above 24. Here we go. I love it when you talk dirty, STV. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. Let's see. Institution buys will automatically be triggered if the price rises, just like if it sells off when the price drops. Okay, fair. IW and SPY are the best to watch overall in the market, right? Yeah, you can watch QQQ for tech as well. I like to watch SPY and IWM just because like IWM is like AMC is the largest component of IWM. So when we see IWM start to move like this, it's like, Amy could start to get going. All right, let's see what happens at this test of the VWAP right here. IWM coming down. GME coming down a little bit. We're still above 150 though, looking very, very strong. We broke Jim Cramer. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Let's see. Is Gasparino or anybody stupid saying some wild stuff on Twitter yet? I don't see anything yet. Let's see. Nah, he's being stupid. He's being stupid. I predict another after hours move. That would be pretty sweet. All right, we're coming down to test the VWAP and the 50 MA right now. IWM is still holding up nicely. GME coming down. Remember, they took out an absolute boatload of shares on GME today. Let's see if they've changed it on AMC yet. It was like 300,000 shares. Let's see if they change that a little bit. But I think like nothing too crazy on AMC right now. 362,000 borrowed on GME. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, you're gonna short this thing right now? Good. Oh my god. 1.92 million shares borrowed on GME. This is absolutely nutty. Return shares 2.1 thousand. That's insane. They're going to try to come out and attack GME today. Let's see what happens. Good luck with that is all I have to say. SCV, my $25 YOLO calls I bought yesterday today might pay off. Ryan, I'm hoping so, my man. I'm hoping they do, buddy. All right, Amy coming down a little bit, coming back down to that 2350. We're at 2357 right now. IWM selling off. GME is at 150, basically flat right now. It's trying to move back up, but it is a little bit volatile here today. Jim Cramer is the real life version of I don't know who that is, but I bet he is. Has Stonko Tracker fixed the options chain? Yes, they have. So we're still looking at an absolutely nasty options chain for AMC. So we've got 87,000 puts in the money for the January, the monthly, and we have 103,000 calls in the money. The key levels, remember, it's right around the danger zone, but we do have a nice little gamma ramp heading up to 30. So if we can start to get going there, it's just going to create that positive feedback loop of buys coming in, and they're going to have to hedge some of the weeklies. So let's see. It's going to get a little bit nutty soon. Let's see. Looks like they're trying hard to short this. They're going to try really, really hard to push GME down today. Really hard. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, though. I think the buyers are going to step back in. Good morning, STV and Apes. Eric, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in here. Shout out to all the members over here and everybody that's always coming in, just being positive in the chat all the time. You guys are awesome. You like absolutely amazing. You guys like everybody that's always showing positivity in here. You guys are sweet. All right, IWM trying to make a move back up here. Amy selling off a little bit. Let's see what's going to happen here. Volume is looking decent. Yeah, it is. Let them short GME into the dirt. I would love to buy a few more. Yeah, exactly. I think we're at the time, though, that if they start to short it at these levels, it's like, what are you on? Crack? Like, come on. Happy for AMC. Me too. I love your energy. Good times targets. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, also for everybody new filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algo. Wow, we are almost already at 1,000 likes. Jesus, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bought more GME, says Christine. There you go. Don't they hedge in advance? Not really. So we haven't seen them hedge. Like we went over this a little bit earlier. So I was thinking about this right now. The reason why they probably are not going to be hedging right away is because they all they have to do is get to a directionally neutral spot. So what they do if they're selling a bunch of calls and selling a bunch of puts, if they're selling them at similar deltas, well, when you sell a call, you have a negative delta position. And when you sell a put, you have a positive delta position. So it kind of offsets it. But if we start to see the stock start to run in one direction, in any given direction, then they have to start hedging on the other side. So they have a little bit of wiggle room, but if the stock starts to go and things start to run in the money, that's when they start to really have to hedge. CSAMs, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, man. Well, I think we will end red at GME and AMC today. You know that too. It's always so. I don't know. GME's up a very significant amount today. We would need to fall $18 right now on GME. I don't really see that happening unless the overall market is really going to absolutely poop itself. Other than that, I think we're good. So let's see here. Come on, Amy. Let's see what happens. All right. Added 20 more before this thing's rips. Ooh, DCB. There you go. Max Pain for GME is 145 and AMC is 25. Max Pain this week for AMC, I believe, is 26. Let me refresh this right here and see if it refreshed. Yep, came down to 25. So you are right. Can you make the charts bigger in the highest quality 1080, but have to zoom in? It is 1080 right now. It should be 1080. Yeah, I have it on 1080 right now. So it might be, are you on mobile? Oh, AMC getting a little bit of a pop here, 2360. Come on. Let's break that 24 with some momentum and start getting back up. GME's up above 150 right now. We're waiting for like a little bit of a crazy move here. Sitting on 1,700 shares now. There you go. Somebody said, Anthony saying 1007, the ripping. 1,400 here. There you go. Walmart or Tex are bust. Eric, settle down. Why XYZ, why do you want to compare the market tab on SPY and IWM? They're pretty much the same. So look, this is SPY right here. Let's take a look at IWM. We can just look at it over here. Right here. It's kind of similar, but again, IWM is going to move a little bit differently because there is going to be more risk built into IWM with small caps. Gary Gensler reports that they didn't hedge January 21. It's almost like they knew they didn't need to. The buy button could get deleted. They definitely hedged something. They have to have. You can't run through an options chain and then not hedge anything. That is the biggest mismanagement of risk in the history of the stock market. Besides like Archegos, like you can't do that. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan, I'm going to need you. Yeah, Ryan's going to help me out with some streaming stuff, so I'm going to need Ryan to help. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Try to make it a little bigger. Let's see here. Not a hedge fund. Thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Talk dirty to me. Amy's option chain's looking a little nasty, a little dirty. Bed Bath & Beyond's up 5%. AMC's up 4%. GME is coming down. They are using those shares to try to attack it here. It is up 13% right now. They literally took out 2 million shares today to short it. Volume today so far, 4 million. They've literally taken out half of today's volume in shares to try to sell into the market. They're messing with it. You want to short it right now after what just happened, and you see the potential of what could happen to your short position if you decide to short it now. What are you, stupid? Are you stupid? Like, are you a complete idiot that like anybody, any stupid little short watching this right now? Are you a complete idiot right now? You just saw the stock has a potential to run 33%. Okay, so your short position is going to be levered up anyway because that's what you idiots do. Yeah, you're going to hedge it, but it's not going to be enough to counteract a 33% move up in a stock in the after hours. You're going to get blown out. You're playing with fire, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen when that fire burns you because you know what happens then? I make a boatload of money. Everybody in the chat makes a boatload of money, and you in your silly little spreadsheets are not going to be able to be like, oh, it's over. Shut up. Boom. Let's see. Sopa's about to rip. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. IWM's kind of hanging out here. Jimmy's trying to bounce up. It's at 147, up about 13% right now. Amy's up about 4. Bed Bath & Beyond's up about 4 as well. Let's see. There you have your boat ready. There you go. Boom. Roasted. Spicy Vicks. Oh, I'm always spicy. Everyone getting excited over BBY while I am scooping in gains on BBY. Is Best Buy going up? It's coming up a little bit there, Wired. Coming up a little bit there. What's BlackBerry doing? Why did I just all right. Let's see. Where's BlackBerry at today? BlackBerry up 3.74%. It looks like the little meme basket's coming back to life. Nice morning rant, Vix. Yucca. I appreciate that. Let's see. Agreed. Don't chase. Waiting for the price to normalize. Yeah. Dude, you need some mods online pronto. I got Geo in here. I got Geo and Ryan. I got the boys back in here. Let's see, everybody. Beyond killed it yesterday. Yeah. Aaron, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, man. What's up, STV? Let's go, Amy. Make them hedgies pay. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're going to be doing over here today. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a rip. All right, what are we at on Amy right now? Up 3%. GME's trying to make a move back up. Again, they took out a boatload of shares. So IWM's trying to make a little bit of a move here. Amy's hanging out right above 23. Again, at bare minimum today, I want to see it close over 23 to get all of these puts right here for the week. 35,000 puts. I want those to finish out of the money. Screw you. I don't want you to have to go out, the market makers have to go out and short to hedge those. I don't want that at all. Glad you have rants since I can't hear Matt's morning rant. That gave me my morning fix, says King Kyle. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You think when the MOAS or the big run up happens, they will make it happen in the after hours so less people can buy? No, there's not enough volume in the after hours to do it. If they want to cover a boatload of those shares in the after hours, you're literally going to send the price to literally the moon. And then when the market opens the next day, yeah, it might come down, but it's going to be trading at such a higher price that it's like, all right, like whatever you did is just not going to be helpful. Cashing is what happens when the market maker is moving to new profile zones. Yeah, beyond calls. Thank you. There you go, Geo. All right, let's see. IWM's trying to make a little bit of a move here. I want Amy to just get a little jumpy. Little jumpy. All right, on the 1 minute, it looks like the MACD wants to cross on GME, AMC, not so much, but we did cross on the 4 hour. So on the longer term time frames, little bit bullish over here. Curious, did they borrow shares on IWM instead of AMC? That's a good question. I don't think they would have today. I mean, look at IWM's going crazy. I don't know if we'll actually see it. Sometimes because you have to like actually like manually calculate the short interest on IWM. It doesn't give you the estimated numbers. 205,000 borrowed shares. Yeah, they did, but not all that crazy. So we're coming up to that. We're trying to make our way back up to that 2350 level. Let's see what happens. Let's see. SV, you discussed what would happen if the sell button was taken away yesterday. I was thinking that the after hours move last night was confirmation of that. Yeah, because retail isn't trading there. When retail isn't trading, like you think about it, yeah, some brokers are going to allow after hours trading, but most of them are not going to. So and again, we own the vast majority of these stocks. So eventually, if they're going to need to cover a lot of these shares, like in a short period of time, they're going to need to buy from some of us. So if we're going to try to do it in a time where we can't sell to them, well, the price is going to go up because there's not going to be as much like selling supply. If they remove the sell button, where it's literally like locking up our shares, it would almost be a good thing because then the price can just go absolutely nuclear. Because then you're almost getting saved from yourself in that sense. Because we could still buy, but the sell button's not there. It would be insane. Is this a bull trap? No. They can't short us like they used to, right, with the new liquidity requirements? I don't know what liquidity requirements you're talking about, but yeah, they can still short us. Let's see. All right. Still above 23, looking good. GME's down below 150 now. It's up 13%. I want to see that 160 breakout. That's what we're looking for. We saw it in the pre-market. We started to sell off into the market open today. We sold off, pounced up a little, and now we are coming back down. So let's see if we can get that nice little bounce at some point today. I'm glad all the people are getting to experience the STV live stream. I've been listening since the videos were audio only. STV is a gold mine. Stick around. G4 trading. I appreciate that, man. DTCC put out new liquidity requirements, Vix. Is that the FICC stuff that we were talking about? You can let me send it to me. I've probably already covered it. But no, if it's the reset for fixed income, it's a little bit different. Little bit different. They were running after hours to grab attention, then run media all night. Then a bunch of people switch positions, chasing. Just hold what you got. Relax. This is inevitable. There you go. This guy is good luck. First day listening yesterday, and boom, Bobby. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got over here. I'm so confused, says Alex. Why? What are you confused about? All right, Jimmy still up 13. It's honestly quiet right now. It's eerily quiet. We're looking for something to happen over here. Let's see. Good CEO when his company get this badly manipulated. Incorrect. He's actually done a lot of things. So his job isn't the stock price. His job is to um, literally make the company better, with like fundamentally, which he's done. Remove the sell button. No, people just ask about like, oh, what if they remove the sell button, and they get worried about that. But like, if you remove the sell button on retail, the stock just goes nuclear because there's going to be so much less selling volume. Let's see. DWAC just bounced. They're following DWAC. They did yesterday too. I don't know about that. If AA believed in us, he would have waited to sell. Stop. What are you doing with the AA hate? We already know this. It's all asked and answered. Stop spreading all of that stuff, guys. What is that nonsense? Come on. If you don't believe in AA, why are you like holding the stock? Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, the fundamentals are going to be very, 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 very relevant. Because if they weren't relevant, and AA is the driver of those fundamentals. Oh, AMC coming down now, getting a little bit of selling volume, coming down to that $23 level. Because if the fundamentals were not relevant at all, you could go out and chase any high percentage, like short percentage play and be like, oh, I'm going to make a bunch of money. MOAS. No. That's not how this works. These two stocks are a lot different. They have a lot of fundamental potential, and they also have a lot of short interest that should not be there. So like the hate on A, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see here. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, just hitting the like button on the stream just helps out a little bit with the algo. Let's see what we're going to get to today. I think we're going to get into an interesting spot. Maybe they ran in after hours, then they can crush it to hurt us. I mean, we're still up. What do you call it? We're still up like 2%. Jimmy's still up 12.5. Thanks for answering all the questions. You are the effing. Thank you. Thank you, XYZ. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Aaron, thank you so much for the super. Everyone, let's all pimp STV's day. All send supers. Aaron, you guys don't have to do that if you guys don't want to. But thank you so much for all those generous donations recently, guys. You guys don't have to do that if you don't want to, but thank you very much. We wouldn't be able to keep doing what we're doing without you guys, so thank you. If AA did things to manipulate the stock, he would go to jail. True. Is DWAC going? Let's see what DWAC's doing. Typically with DWAC, we see those big rips. And then it comes down. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of exactly what we were seeing yesterday. All right, we're at 23.11 on Amy right now. Jimmy's coming down 145, still up 11%. IWM is getting a little bit of selling volume right here. Market's showing a little bit of shakiness. Not a hedge fund. Thanks for the super. Hashtag pimp STV. Jeez. Let's see. They're going to take these red. Yeah, they could try. Chris, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate that. Shout out to all the members coming in to support the channel. You guys are awesome. All right. DWAC coming back up. IWM's trying to get a little bit jumpy here, but Amy 2307, GME coming down still. They're going to use those shares on GME to really, 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 really hurt it today. ISIG, interesting. What's GME's borrow fee? It's low. It's all low because the utilization is low. You got to think about it as like a just a market in anything, like supply and demand. If there's going to be a scarce resource, you're going to have to pay more to get your hands on that scarce resource. Right now, the shares for GME not scarce. 1.92 million shares borrowed today against GME. That's insane. They're going to be selling this thing. Good luck with that, though. You want to create all of that short interest in GME right now for absolutely no reason. Good luck. Have fun. While it lasts, because what did we see yesterday? Are they trying to like pump it up so they can short it back down? I don't know. Maybe if they do, that's a stupid thing to do. Let's see here. How many shares borrowed on AMC? Like 300,000. About 300,000. How many shares on loan for AMC? I think it's about 90 to 100,000. I think it's around there. Sorry, 90 to 100 million. Shares on loan, 103.99 million. It's like 104 million. All right, so Amy just came down below 23. Let's see what's going to happen here. IWM selling off. GME's trying to bounce, but again, with all those shares that they're trying to short this with, again, like they want to short it, by all means, run it. The entire market is shorted. Yeah. You hold 250,000 shares, Counselor Murray? Jesus. Icon holds 16K. There you go. They just need to move the borrow fee up 2%. The borrow fee is going to move up as the utilization comes up. When the utilization goes up, in order to make that happen, more shares need to go out on loan. Let's see. Yo, what's up, Nepal? How you doing, buddy? All right, so we're back above 23 now. I mean, I want to see that at least above 23 by the end of the day. We're up 2.7 right now. Aaron, thank you so much for the super. How do you become a member? Send me Lambo date 2. Pimp STV. I think there's a join button somewhere around there. You guys don't have to do that if you don't want to, though. It's just if you want to show extra support to the channel. You guys don't have to, though. 23.18 right now on Amy, up 3%. IWM's coming down to VWAP right here, and it's 50, but Amy's getting a little bit of a pop. Let's see. GME's trying as well. Let's see if we can get that back up to above 150. If it starts to get any moment, like look at the volume today, 15 million right now on AMC, 5 million on GME. That is a lot. And we're not even an hour into the day. Yeah, the volume's crazy already. Sure, everyone decided to sell after going as high as 15% up in the after hours yesterday. Yeah, exactly. But again, we know that they're attacking it. Like you can't have 2 million shares go out on loan on GME today and be like, "Oh, they're not doing something." I'm going to tweet that out. Hold on. That's insane. Wait, what the? Oh, whoops. All right, people. Let's see. Amy's at 23.10, looking all right. Almost. All right, here we go. You have no power here. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking to, but that's interesting. All right, here we go. Let's see. Come on, Prague. Is Prague getting a little bit of action here? Did Prague start running with everything else? Prague's kind of selling a little bit. All right, IWM's kind of hanging right around the VWAP in the 50. AMC is up above 23. GME's at 145.69 right now, still up 11%. Let's see what they're gonna do with all of those shorts. You're insane if you're still talking 500K. Who said that? Who said that? Could an ape whale borrow the shares to hold and go long so the shorters don't scoop? You can't. If you borrow the shares, you're not going long on it. You would have to short it. You would pay the borrow fee, and it would be almost silly for them to do that. But no, that would be a crazy loan. What's GME's short interest right now? Let me take a look. It's like 60. The estimate is 16. But with all of those shares being taken out on loan today, after they go nuclear in the after hours, that is absolutely nutty, like crazy. So the estimated short interest right now on GME is 16.88%. Josh, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, man. How low do you think they can push GME today? I think they're gonna try to really kind of counteract a lot of that move. Watch it at 140, but again, $13 lower from here is a very, very big move. So I still think it's gonna finish green today, and I do think that the buyers are going to step back in at one point today, just because of all of the potential that we've just seen it have. Like, think about that. All of a sudden, really crappy week, crappy last couple of weeks with GME and AMC, and all of a sudden it shoots 30% in the after hours. It's like, there's a lot of potential there. And the reaction of the overall market based on the kind of fake news almost of Wall Street Journal, it's kind of insane. Let's see here. Like, it's kind of nutty. They're going to push it to 130. Yeah, they could. Let's see. Pinned to 23. I want it above 23. The reason why they pin it at 23 or try to keep it around 23 is those puts at 23 for this week. That's what they're trying to mess with right here. So on AMC, that's what we're looking at. GME's bouncing a little here. Hold on, let me make these charts a little bit smaller so we can see them. All right, here we go. It's quite amazing. I've been working hard, but not quite there yet. It says G4. I think you guys are having your own conversation. Well, wait, what if you borrow the shares to lock the borrow? Well, here's the thing, if you borrow the shares, if you like take out a giant loan and jack up the utilization, you're essentially going to increase the cost of borrow for everybody else. But the utilization needs to get up to a certain point in order for that to happen. So the utilization, in order for us to see like a massive spike in cost of borrow, especially for GME, needs to get above like 80%. AMC needs to crack above like 90, 95, because we've seen lower cost of borrows with AMC's utilization around like 85, 90%. So that's what we're going to need to see. Rhode Island, what's up, man? Let's see. ISIG. Is ISIG running, or you just want ISIG on the chart? Oh, a little bit here. I mean, it's coming down to VWAP. It's at 8% right now. AMC's getting a nice little candle here. GME's bending back around. Hold on now. Hold on. This could get spicy. Reversal incoming. That would be sweet. The rate is annual for the cost of borrow, though. If the stock goes up past the cost of borrow, it would work. Not really. They can lock in their cost of borrow if they want to. Benzinga just released a scary article about AMC. Will chart analysts notice bad omen? Oh, they're talking about a death cross. Fuck them. That's come on. I can already tell right now. Hold on. They're going to talk about a death cross right here. Moving average crossover. Yeah, they're literally talking about the death cross right here on the daily. We already know this. Death cross right here. But it could have already made the move. So let's see what happens here. I don't really see that as a really big determining factor. What they're not talking about is on the 4-hour. Look at this. MACD just crossed. Not talking about that. Benzinga. You're going to be like, oh, look at the death cross on the... Shut up. Sorry. I had to get that one out of there. Yeah, we've been talking about the death cross for a while. It's like, come on. Let's see. ISIG cost to borrow real high. Yeah, I bet it is. The ISIG short interest is nuts. Utilization's at 100%. That would make sense. Like, you can't get any more shares. AMC's popping back up here. GME's making its move back up here. IWM, let's see if the buyers are going to step back in. Volume right now on AME is 16 million. On Jimmy, it's 5.32 million. Higher volume day today, people. This is looking decent. Let's see. Just got some AMC and GME, LFG apes, get rich or die buying, says the Subi sickness. There you go. Your rants remind me of my rants. You're the man SCV. Thank you, Decompose. I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream. It just helps out a little bit with the algo. We are getting a little bit of a pop here, people. Here we go. Come on. Let's get back in. Look at this. The moving average range that we typically look at with the 50, 100, 200, and VWAP is really tight today. GME's is pretty tight too. Across the board, it's pretty tight. So let's see here. We're coming back up to probably testing the 100 and the 50. They're right at the same spot. So let's see what we're going to see here. We're up 3.7%. GME's up 13.3%. Looking decent. Here we go. Playing a few 24-0 day expiration and already up 50%. Bought at the bottom. Kyle, there you go. Joe Fall, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it. SCV, IYO, and NFA. You got 2,400 dry powder today. What are you doing? Go. Um, Are you talking about AMC and GME specifically? AMC is still at like a little bit of lower levels. GME is coming back up to like, if you think about like in comparing AMC and GME, GME got back up to like like the corresponding AMC level. So GME in my mind is still a decent buy, but at the same time, like it's looking a little bit volatile. So I would spread it out, and if you have 2,400 bucks that you need to spend today, I'd space it out, and just dollar cost average in. Says on TD, AMC is trading higher in sympathy with GME. That's true. That's true. That is what's happening. We are so excited about AMC at 23. It wasn't long ago. It was at 45. Think of how excited everybody's going to be when it gets back to 45 again, buddy. The excitement in here is going to be electric. It's going to be insane. Let's see. Basketball says G4. Here we go. Come on. We're going to need a little bit of a pop here. That's what we need. A little bit of a pop. We're up 4% right now. Let's see. IWM not really doing a whole lot right now on this little bit of a move up. So the buyers are stepping back a little bit here. Let's see. Well played, sir. Thank you. We have the beginnings of a cup and handle forming for the day. Yeah, we could. On the 1 minute, yeah. Can't wait to be back at 45 now. My bag is 2 times as big. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get there at some, like, we easily could just go floop right up. But 45, danger zone, like super danger zone. But we know it can get there. That's the thing. Like, we know that it can just easily start to go. Not a hedge fund says, I'm going with synthetic tendies news as the reason the higher price action. Yeah. I'm losing on a GME put and an AMC call. My luck. Yeah. Well, you got to be careful with some of those. AMC taking a breather before the super rip, says Keith. That would be pretty sweet. Okay, so it is getting a little bit of resistance here at its 50 MA. It's not really what we want to see, but IWM is getting a little bit of selling pressure right here. GME is coming down too. This is I don't really want to see that. I don't want to see it come down to 22.93. I want it to see it this candle like shoot right back up and then start to test the 50 again and start to break through. We want to see those buyers come back in. We don't really want to do that thing with the 50 today where it's going to come up when it's bending down, come up, test, new low, come up, test, new low. That's not what we want. We want the buyers to really step back in here. Dakota, those were just granted to him. I do not believe that he bought those shares. They were just granted to him. Alrighty. Talk about patience. I drove a truck long haul for 17 years. Woo! That is a long time, my man. Long time. Turn that rocket upside down, please. I would like to see it. Are you seeing any changes to your options? Mine say 0 for the day. Let me see. Let me look. Nah, all mine are moving. It might just be where your brokerage is at. Hold on. Yeah, no, mine are all changing. When jobs report, it came out this morning and it was not good. So the market, I mean, like right here, this was jobs report right here. So sold off, came back up, started to rally. IWM selling back off. But let's see, AMC. Okay, so it did right now. It didn't make that new low. I want to see it come up and break this 50. So we might be in that little kind of trend today that we're going to need to see these averages start to bend back around, just like we always see. What does the danger zone mean? Okay, so what the danger zone is, I'll do a little bit of a recap for the danger zone for all of you guys. The reason why I talk about the danger zone is because of this right here. Before the June run up on AMC, I believe Matt started talking about this. There was a key technical level at 1450. Now, the reason why we need to think about that level as being important is also because of this right here, the average days on loan. This was March 17th, March 18th. This is when we were coming up and just touching 1450, 1450, 1450, and we couldn't get over it, and the shorts were attacking right here. So they created a danger zone at 1450 because that's where a lot of the shorts were entering into their new positions. Now, right here, this was right after the June run up at around 52, and they sent it back down with a big drop in average days on loan. This one right here, is at 42. So now we have danger zone. It was at 52. They've lowered it to around 42 with a lot of these new shorts coming in. And we've also seen the average days on loan kind of flatten out here, and it has been bending down. It came up a little bit yesterday, but again, that's where the danger zone is. Essentially, what the danger zone tells us is where have the new shorts piled in and tried to drive the price down. So from 40 to 42 to 30, that's where they've really started to try and hammer it. So if we can get back up to those levels, it puts more pressure on these institutions, like leads to basically more margin calls if they're going to get up there, if we're going to get those prices up there. And again, guys, margin calls are literally just adding liquidity to your account. It is nothing like a crazy like, oh man, margin call liquidation. Plus, you're never ever going to see a margin call just thrown out on the news. So when people come in and are like, where are we going to see the margin call? It's like you don't see them. Like you just know that they're happening with price action. Roblox on a nice dip, looking like a buy. I could look at that. Where are the mods? They're filtering in and out. I know Ryan's in here somewhere. Are we still sitting on max pain at 29? No, the max pain for today is actually 25 now. Why are we not allowed to buy or sell in after hours? I can. It depends on your brokerage. Let's see. AMC GME or merger news? No, it didn't. There was no merger news. Anytime you say danger zone, you should do an Archer impression. I don't know Archer, the Archer stuff. I've never seen the show. Matt, it depends on what broker you're using. So if you're using a broker that doesn't allow after hours trading, you can't trade in after hours. If you're trading on a broker that does allow after hours trading, then you can execute orders in the after hours. You got great energy, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. All cornbread, no crumbles. Geo, what's up, man? I'm in and out right now. Got to keep an eye on beyond calls. There you go. TD allows after hours trading. Yeah, you can write to your broker and ask for after hours trading. Interesting. I did not know that. I mean, you probably can do a lot with a lot of things. You can also ask them to waive a lot of fees. So GME right now, 145.50 up 11%. IWM is getting a lot of selling pressure right here. So watch what happens with AMC right here. We might come down a little bit. We're still above 23 right now, but let's see what's going to happen. Look out for the new liquid IV flavors. Hedgy tiers and danger zone. Yeah. You bought AMC after hours on E-Trade? Yeah, E-Trade should allow that. Let's see here. Seems like they're playing with all our emotions at the max pain level. The max pain level is at 25. So the reason why we're kind of messing around at this level today is because the option's at 23. If they can shoot it down, you see the death cross? Yeah, I did see that. In general, though, when we're looking at like what's going on with like AMC, there's a lot of other things that are bullish indicators on AMC right now in terms of the technicals. So Benzinga comes out and is like, oh, death cross. It's like, shut up. There's other things that you got to talk about too that are like, oh, the MACD crossed on the 4 hour. The RSI is incredibly oversold. Like, come on. You can't just like be like, oh, death cross. Come on. There's other things that we got to look at here. Like Benzinga sometimes puts out really great articles, but also they put out dog shit like that. NASDAQ just made a new low. Yeah. What do you think about Beyond? Beyond's an interesting one. It can go on those runs, but it also just can get murked. Is that a Christmas tree behind you? Yeah, don't hate on my Christmas tree. It's staying up all year. I don't want to hear anybody hating on my Christmas tree. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, IWM is getting a lot of selling pressure right here. Let's see if we're getting any news. Nope. Just something on Google, nothing crazy. How are they doing this still? Well, they took out a bunch of shares on loan on GME. Like they're going to try to tank this down. Go for it. You're literally just hurting yourself. All right. So AMC now down, making new lows on the day right here. Honestly, you don't really want to see that because the 50 is bending down, comes up, tests the 50, makes a new low. If it comes up and tests the 50 again and it rejects, we'd probably make a new low. But again, IWM is getting absolutely clobbered right now. So let's see. Great day, VIX. Even if you are standing at the end of 12 rounds, you won't win if you don't fight back. Counterpunching is the key. Buy, hold, buy. Canapian, there you go, my man. What is the death cross? It's when the 50-day moving average crosses below the 200-day moving average. Let's see. Not hating at all. Who won't love a Santa rally all year? Exactly. All right. IWM bouncing back. Amy's trying to get back above 23. GME 144. Again, I want to see it above 150, and then I want to see that 160 breakout. But again, who knows if we're going to see that today? Max Pain, sorry for not knowing. Okay, so Max Pain is just the price that the most amount of options expire out of the money. So calls and puts. So what the market makers do is they're the sellers of those options. So what they'll do is they'll sell them and they want all of them to expire worthless. Now, the max pain price is where there's like that sweet spot in the middle of the most amount of calls and the most amount of puts expiring out of the money and the least amount of calls in the money. So it hurts options buyers, retail investors on the weekly, most likely, and it benefits option sellers, institutions, and market makers. Let's see. AMC or text? Yeah, I can do that for you guys real quick. So, yeah, so 388,000 borrowed shares on AMC. Let's see if they jacked it up on GME a little bit more today. As of 1.92 million shares borrowed on GME. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's insane. They want to break our morale. They can't. They literally can't. Especially after what happened yesterday. Guys, come on. You see the potential of this. It's all about like the potential of this play. That's really all it comes down to. Like when we see those massive like sell candles come in, it's like, okay, we automatically could just rip up too. Like that's the thing that I think about too. Like glass half full. When we start to see the sell-offs, it's like, okay, well, you're making it worse for each other. And what we've just seen, it's not over. The stocks are all linked together and are still heavily, heavily, heavily shorted. When we see a lot of these stocks like GME really start to rip, and then AMC goes 16%, Bed Bath and Beyond goes up, BlackBerry, Best Buy, Nokia, all of them start to go. It's like, come on now, really? You're gonna say that there's some conspiracy going on in the market, Gasparino, that something weird is going on, and we're not fighting against something really huge underlying in this? Get out of here! Like that's a crazy thing to say. If we close under max pains, does that hurt our gamer ramp possibilities? No. They want to shake us off. They can't. Like what happened the last time we went to 2080? We went to 32. Now, yesterday we ended up seeing a big boom here, but now the market's kind of freaking out. So there are a lot of buyers waiting on the sideline for AMC, and we saw it yesterday. There's a lot of buyers waiting on the sideline for GME. We saw it yesterday. So let's just see what's going to happen. We know there's money that's ready to get thrown into this thing. We just need to see it start to get going, and then the institutional FOMO will pop back in. Jamie's hitting its 200 on the 5-minute. Let me look. No. No, it's below it right now. Maybe the 30? No, it's hitting the 100 on the 30, the 100 and then the 50 on the 30. All right, Amy bouncing back up to 23 here. Let's see if we can get a nice little break. Again, here's the problem. The 50's coming down. If we start to come up and see this test of the 50 and it rejects again, watch out for new lows. If we can break it with some momentum and the market starts to come back with some positive direction, we could start to see it come up again. But this is the issue right here. It's the 50's kind of bending down, so that's going to be a little bit of a test right there once we get back up. Fix, I know you say they don't have the power. We think they do, but they just took us down 7% in a few hours. Yeah. Well, the stock was, here's the thing. You got to think about it. Like the stock was also trading at 2, like last January. So yeah, it did go to 70 and then came back down. But at the same time, it's like, if they had the power to really hold it down and not let it go anywhere, we would have never broken above 10. Let's see. Calling it GME and Amy about to rip. They hit my bottom. All right. That would be pretty sweet. Let's see here. BBIG, IWM starting to come back. Amy above 23. GME up 10% still. Yeah, GME is going to do the same thing at its 50. So watch for those moves here, people. Ortex on Beyond. Yeah. Yep. Also, for everybody filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind just dropping some likes on the stream, just helps out a little bit with the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. For those of you who have done that and who are going to, Beyond's utilization 96.967, estimated short interest 29, low cost to borrow though, so it is heavily shorted. Days to cover is pretty high too, so Beyond's not really like a squeeze, but like they would need some good news to come out in order for it to really get some shorts covering. But it's not like a crazy squeeze play. Let's see here. We have the power in this play. The hedges is only an illusion. Just hold. Yep. Am I up or down on AMC? I'm red right now. My average is around 27. Them letting it run to 72 gave me the ability to collect the paper hand money on the drop at the current place. That's true. I mean, yeah. Highlight. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's costing them a lot of money to push it down. Sort of. Sort of. The cost to borrow is not that high right now. They are actually for remember when okay, so when we talk about the danger zone and we see where they shorted, they're making money right now. When the stock goes down below the danger zone, they are making money. All right, so hold on. We're getting some news here. New variant may mark end of the pandemic. South African researchers say that could be a little bit bullish. Ethan, thank you so much for that super. I appreciate that. Are you a roast beef guy? I know you're a Greater Boston guy. No, no, not really. Why is everything moving towards Max Payne? It's not AJ. Max Payne's at 25. So AMC would need to come up in order to get to Max Payne. GME's Max Payne is around 145, I believe. Where let me look at GME's Max Payne. I mean, what other things are you looking at that are heading towards Max Payne? AMC's below its Max Payne. It's been finishing pretty well below its Max Payne for a while. Jesus, GME's Max Payne is 145, but the amount of like the call side is just look at this. There's like so many bullish bets on this thing. Like this is the call open interest, and look at the puts are like zero. It's insane. Let's see. All right, people. Come on, Amy. Let's get going. All right, we're at 22.97 right now, up 2%. GME's coming back down here. So watch these tests of the 50. If it comes up into, I mean, IWM is looking weak right now. So that's going to drag a lot of things down. BBIG just went red. Let's see. TMI in the house. Where's he at? Where's he at? Yet the puts seem to win a lot. The puts, I mean, they're not winning, sort of. Is the Max Payne for the retail side to get hurt or the hedge fund side? Retail. So, well, it depends. It depends. It's options buyers, which is on the weekly basis. It's always retail investors, so they're hurting retail. Thomas, thank you so much for the super till the 17. All my buys are for Betty White. All right, Thomas, there you go. Ho ho, we got the Mask Gang incoming. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Mask Gang. Welcome to all the people coming in from the Mask Gang. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you guys had some fun over at TMI stream. We are having some fun over here too. CSAMs, thanks for super. I know you are ultra convinced in AMC, but this today is an option fake. They let it run, so everybody bought calls. They crushed it so easy. CSAMs, they didn't give people, if you would not really, like they wouldn't do this to buy call. Like you would have to have this type of run to happen. During the market hours. Like if you look at, hold on, let me look at this. Like the volume on the option chain, yeah, it's good, but it's no different than what we've typically seen. Like it's not crazy. So in order to entice people to buy calls, you need the runs to happen during the market hours where people can buy calls. So when the runs happen in the after hours, you can't buy options in the after hours. The options market's closed. Even if you have after hours trading, you can't trade options in the after hours. So the move would have had to happen during the market hours if they were trying to entice people to buy call options. What's up, Vix? What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Mask Gang coming in here. Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream. Just helps out with the algo. We are going to be on here until 12, and then I believe TMI is going to be coming back on in a little bit as well. Let's see. Burb, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Have I seen ATER? I've not. Is it going up? Oh, Ethereum, the confirmed naked short company, is having some fun today, up 15%. Was there any news on this thing? They signed a $50 million credit facility. That's not bad. Implied volatility surging 4 days ago. Interesting. So a lot of callbacks coming in. Let's see here. Negativity doesn't get you anywhere. I see opportunity, and I'm ready to kick the can with them as long as it takes. Here we go. Sam, what's up, man? How's AVCT doing today? You doing all right over here? Oh, coming back up. There you go, buddy. Maybe they're trying to push the price up to entice people to buy puts at market open to lower the max pain. Buying puts would actually increase the max pain. ATER's max pain is 4. Interesting. Well, it's ripping right now. ATER is getting jumpy, so this could be an interesting one to watch. GME selling off. They took out for everybody coming in from TMI stream right now. If you guys did not know this already, they took out like 2 million shares against GME today. They borrowed 2 million shares. That is absolutely insane. They're trying to short the absolute nuts out of it right now. Did you hear Charles Grant? Yeah. So, and I can do another explanation of this right now. That is stuff that we've already known and already talked about forever, but it's very good to see a lot of people like starting to give that a little bit more notice. So I'll explain that in a minute, but AMC is getting a nice little candle here. So essentially what he went through was just the market maker's legal ability to naked short. And when the price, we went over this in yesterday's video, like just like when the price starts to increase, these market makers have to short in order to like fill your order. Now, if there's not enough shares and the volume is a billion, well, they have to naked short. So it puts a lot of pressure on those institutions. And then he talked about gamma squeezes too, which is just basically the same exact thing that we've been talking about. So when people say that Citadel is the big bad short against AMC, it's not their hedge fund, it's the market maker because of what they have to do in order to fill a lot of those orders. We've never seen any evidence that Citadel, the hedge fund, is the large short position. And here's the other thing: even if they were, it's not even their problem. It's the prime brokers and the banks' problem for the naked shorting, because when you think about the continuous net settlement system that the National Securities Clearing Corporation operates within, well, they guarantee every single trade. So if you want a short, they'll literally just say, yeah, trade goes through, and then figure it out later. So now if the prime broker who's loaning those shares can't actually locate by the time the settlement date comes, T+2, then it becomes a failure to deliver. And the hedge fund is now paying a borrow fee on shares that don't actually exist. So it's the prime brokers problem, the Goldmans, the JP Morgans. So it's prime brokers and market makers who are the big problem, and hedge funds are second. It's not really them. Let's see. ATER is really getting up there. It's up 15% right now. GME's trying to bounce back. Amy, okay. So here's the good thing that we just saw on AMC that I wanted to see. It did break through its 50 MA on the 1 minute. Now we're going to need to see it stay above and start to get going, because if it cannot respect this right here and come back up and use this new level as support, well, then we could come down and potentially make a new low. Sophia, stop it. Sophia, no spamming. Go to timeout and think about what you've done. Word is the after hours push was FTDs getting covered, which means they just shorted more today. Yeah, they could have, but again, there's going to be so many more FTDs that need to be covered that like they couldn't do it in the like one day in the after. No, many more days that they can do that they're going to need to use it with. Basically cover it with. Amy, inverse head and shoulders on the 1 minute. Where? Maybe here. All right, so it is hanging around that 50 MA right now, but it is slightly below it. So we're going to need to see a little bit more buyers come in and really start to get this thing going back up. What happened to AMC? Nothing. We're just not seeing the buyers step back in right now. They're shorting it. Same thing with GME. GME, they took out 2 million shares to short it today. That is insane. Its volume today so far is 6.41 million. That is absolutely drunk. That is absolutely drunk. So let's see here. I did tweet out about that a little while ago. So let's see. Let's see here. Ho, Vegas. What's up, man? You seen that MACD cross on the 4 hour? Yes. And then Benzinga is coming out and being like, oh no, the death cross. It's like, come on, bro. You got to point out like you can't just use, here's the thing. They're like, oh yeah, one technical indicator is going to decide where it goes. That's why you have to use many different indicators, different time frames to figure out where a stock could potentially go. And again, at the end of the day, technicals are not always going to be the end all be all, because there's going to be other deciding factors in the market. So Amy is now down below its 50. I mean, I want more. Oh, now it's flashing back up. We're up 3% on Amy. We have 8.71% on GME right now. Ethereum's getting a little action here. IWM's trying to come back up off of these lows. Here we go. I can't wait until GME is the one announcing their news for real. Yeah. Me too. How Amy is traded on FINRA and NASDAQ seems weird. If FINRA jumps up, NASDAQ goes down. What are you talking about? It's FINRA's not an exchange. FINRA's not an exchange. FINRA's just going to tell you the OTC data and stuff like that. What's up, SCV? That stream last night after hours was awesome. Was nice to see some new faces. Mini Ape, thanks for coming in, man. All right. Amy needs to get going above this 50 now. If it starts to get going down with some momentum, watch 22.75. I don't get what the difference between a market maker and a hedge fund is. Okay, so you got to think of the market maker as just facilitating trades in the market. They make the market. They make sure everything is like functioning profit properly, and they just kind of fill orders, make sure everything is going the way that it's supposed to. A hedge fund is taking directional bets in the market with some hedges on it, and they're trying to make money on directional moves in the market. The hedge fund just makes money based on the amount of trading that is already going to exist in the market by facilitating the trading in the market. They're different than a prime broker. Prime brokers, hedge funds, market makers, all different and have different roles in the market. We need to do the after hours more. We can do it if there's like some crazy stuff going on. Let's see. All right, Amy's coming down a little bit here. So let's see. We are just below 23. GME is selling off a little bit here too. IWM's getting a giant candle here. New lows on IWM. Let's see. QQQ and SPY tanking hard. Yeah, IWM is too. It's just the job numbers. Like people are not like excited about the overall state of the economy. And the Fed has just come out and be like, no, 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 it's fine. Economy's fine. The reason why they're like, oh, we need to raise rates, and they are citing, oh, the economy's strong. We can taper and do all of this stuff. It's not because of the economy is strong, because obviously it isn't. It's because of inflation. They know that they've overcooked the system and basically screwed with things too much. And they can't let us get to like hyperinflationary like spots. They cannot let it happen. So they have to raise rates. And that's going to be interesting to see because we don't know how the market's going to react. It could be nothing. It could really tank though. Let's see. I can't Bomber. I'm not going to watch that right now. If you're talking about like FINRA's not an exchange. It's just the financial industry, like regulatory something, something. Are hedge funds and market makers under the same roof? No, they're very different. Is Webull or Fidelity a market maker? No, they're a broker. ISIG booming. Oh, there we go. All right. Skipped work today so I could sell my GME contracts. There you go. Load the bull is back. What's up, buddy? At the poker table, the market maker is the dealer, the hedgie is the whale, and we are the Hawaiian shirt Midwestern tourists looking at the table limit. Exactly. At this point, we know how the market will react. Well, however, the computers say it should. True. Very, very true. Might be talking about the TRF sales. Was that the trade reporting facility? Yeah, it could be. I don't know though. Let's see. Oh, a little bit of a pop here. Come on, get above this 50 and just start trending back to the upward direction. I don't know if we're going to see it, but we need to get that break over here. It didn't make the new low, which is a good thing to see, but let's see here. You're hungover, says Rands. That stinks. That stinks, buddy. All righty. Let's see here. Yeah. Also, for everybody new filtering in, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream just helps out a little bit with the algo. I appreciate all of your guys' support all the time. You guys have really been super supportive recently. Tinfoil Theory, the after hours run was excite the weekly options holders and Crust Spirits dropping us before so you could sell the options for a profit. No, you'd still be able to sell these options for like a little bit of a profit here, except especially when we went to 24.30 earlier this morning. So no, people are like, you're trying like I get it. Like I know like a lot of people are like, oh, they're trying to entice options buying, but or like demoralize people for selling their options. But again, like we saw the rip to 24.30 in like right as we opened. So that was a good thing to see. And then the move would have to have happened in the market hours in order for a lot of people to start buying options, because you can't buy options in the after hours. Good morning, STV. Happy Friday. Noel, thanks for coming in here. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So Amy now hanging around. It's 50 again. IWM weak. GME coming down 140.30. Okay. So remember earlier we were talking about watch it around 140 to see if they're going to really try to attack it. They are today. When you take out 2 million shares in a day after the stock is up 30, come on now. That's ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous. Oh, Mask Gang. What's up, Heather? How you doing? I was merrily drinking to the after hours. Boom, says Rans. Attaboy. All right, let's see what's going to go on here. Let's see if we got anything crazy happening. Yeah, also for everybody in here right now that has not seen this yet, the options chain on AMC is back to normal. 103,000 contracts in the money, 537 out of the money. That is dangerous. We're going to see that go up to 600,000, I think. Unless we start to run and these in the money calls go up, then we're still going to see a wild amount of out of the money contracts. Puts 87,000 in the money for the January and 290,000 out of the money. We're trading right around 23 right now. And 23 this week is a key level because of this right here on the weekly. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, on the weekly, 35,000 contracts on the put side at 23. So we want to finish above 23 to not let those puts get in the money, because in order to hedge those puts, the market makers go out and short. And it's potentially 3.5 million shares if they hedged all of them that needed to be shorted at any given time. Let's see. Yesterday was not planned. Boom is coming next week. That'd be pretty sweet. ASCV, I have $37 calls for 218. If it moves before then, what do you think it could the cost? Got them at 117. It depends on how high the stock goes. You can use options profit calculator to get a decent understanding of what your options could be worth. But again, there's going to be other factors built into there, like the massive IV spike that we would see, that your contracts would probably be worth more than that. So you can use options profit calculator as like a little baseline of what your position could be worth. Let's see. Yeah, Matt's traveling. So you guys are stuck with me. Sorry, you guys are going to be stuck with me for the day. Hold on. Let's see. Fed's daily inflation is not as temporary as we once thought because the pandemic isn't either. Coming down off of that news. Come on now. The Fed is just a bunch of idiots. Like, come on. Oh, yeah, inflation's up. They go from it's not a problem to it's transitory to we should retire transitory. It's like, come on, everybody. You're really going to spread a lot of that nonsense over here. Come on now. Let's see. The important thing the pre-market price tells us is this is far from over 100%. This is the other thing. This is exactly like we know pretty much like they're going to try to attack it during the day to try to like kind of spread some fear. Who gives a shit? Who cares? They're going to, so what? We don't go explosion today. Here's the thing. What I've been saying for like a long time is that we know for a fact that AMC and GME and all of these other stocks can just boom at any given time. Yesterday's after hours action was a testament to that. A lot of people were getting very worried when the stock was coming down, and I get it. But like when you listen to like some of the, like I'm not just sitting here just trying to be like, oh, woohoo, cheer. Like that's not what I'm saying. Like I'm literally like going to give you exactly what I see happening. Like right now on AMC, if it keeps touching this 50 and coming down, we're going to bleed out for the rest of the day. But on a longer term, like time frame, and thinking about it more broadly, they can't hold it down forever. They can try to push it down, but you're creating a lower danger zone ahead of a time where it's getting absolutely nasty for the options chain. And we've seen the buyers step back in around those lower levels. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to just continually hold this down, because just because the price is going down does not mean that the shorts are right. It just means that they have more money to manipulate the share price down. That is it. Adam, thank you so much for the super. You seem to be missing the part in chart. I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it. How the market makers are actually illegally naked shorting. Please watch. This is huge. I mean, I'm not going to watch it right now, but here's the thing. Market makers are legally naked shorting. Now, if they're executing those trades for for some clients and allowing people to naked short and doing it on purpose when they don't have to, then that is illegal. Adrian, thank you so much for the super. I'm a Matt's follower, but you do it great as well. Great backup plan. Adrian, thank you. I appreciate that. You're definitely not a consolation prize because Matt's gone. I love your energy, content, and commitment to AMC. I'm here for your live streams. Michelle, I really appreciate that. Let's see. They have pushed GME down 20% since open. Yep. Down below 140. They took out 2 million shares today. They are attacking. All I really have to say to that is good luck. Have fun. This is not going to last for you because, again, with what we saw yesterday in the after hours, you want to push it down? Are you stupid? Like, are you actually, like, are these institutions stupid? They actually might be, like, literally, they are the dumb money. Okay, the stock rips 33% in the after hours. What do you think is going to happen to your short position that you're like selling into the open market right now when the next time that happens? You think it's never going to happen again? You think just like, oh, it happened once? We've seen it time and time again that it just goes. It just rips. It just freaking goes. So when we see like these shorts start to come in, it's like, I laugh at them. Like they're idiots. I know we probably got some of them in here and they're going to just be like, oh, this kid's going at us again. All right, man. I mean, we don't know. You can see who you're betting against, but we can't see who we're betting against, which is fine with us because we know that we are right. We know that we're right. Here's why. And here's another thing that tells us that it's not over. Jonathan, thank you so much for that super. I really appreciate that, man. So here's how we know that we're right and that this whole system and what's happened is nowhere near over. So we see a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was a month ago or something like that, Bed Bath & Beyond releases their earnings, announces the share buyback, and it goes nuclear in the after hours. Then what happens? GME goes and AMC goes. So did a lot of these other stocks too. So whatever they're using to package all of these stocks up and short them all and have short exposure on all of them has not been taken care of yet. It hasn't. It has not been covered. They have not settled those obligations yet. They have not done it. Yesterday, here it is again. GME, that weird Wall Street Journal news, which may not even be real. It could be a cover for them trying to close out FTDs before a lot of these expiration dates. Very, 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 very possible. Jonathan, thank you so much for another super. I appreciate that, my man. So then we see GME go. Then we see AMC go up 16%. We see Bed Bath & Beyond go, and a lot of these other stocks start to rip too. How is that not a sign that, okay, it's not over? They're still trying to push it down. They're still manipulating all of these stocks that they want to see go bankrupt. And we are sitting here saying, fuck you. No, you're not doing this again. And here's the other thing. You cannot, the amount of fraud that has been committed against retail investors over this last year, mainly in January, is absolutely insane. You're gonna come and tell us that we're gonna go somewhere after you complete. It's basically just like getting rocked in the face, and then you're just gonna be like, I'm gonna go home. No, it's another thing here. Like I hate to use these types of examples, but let's just say like you're a guy walking around with your girl and somebody just comes up and says something disrespectful to them. What are you going to be like? Oh, sorry, he's probably right. No, retail investors have been like, what are you doing? They're standing up to the system and being like, you're not doing this. You cannot do this. You cannot just turn off the buy button and all of that type of stuff and just continuously try to short these stocks that do not deserve to be shorted at all. You can't do it. So when they start to short it like this and they keep doing it, it's like, all right, bro, what? You can't do this forever. And we see that they can't do it forever just based on the price action. Yeah, it sucks when the stock's going down and you see your portfolio start to tank. It's not fun. I'm not having fun when I see the value of my portfolio go down. I hate it. I don't like it. It's not a fun thing to see. But I also know that at the end of the day, I'm not wrong. We might, like, just like in The Big Short, we might be early, but we're not wrong. It's better. Like, we're not wrong. And there are so many things that are pointing to this. So many things that we are just not wrong. Dustin, thank you so much for that super. SQRL going nuts. Yep, you're wrong, says D. James. We'll see about that, buddy. Are you down on AMC right now? Yeah, my average is in the 27s. Let's see. If you say it enough, it doesn't make you right, says G. James. If you short it enough, it doesn't make you right either. Have fun with your little spreadsheet, buddy. With your little, I'll make a spreadsheet for you that I can justify a $10 price target. I can justify it right now, and I can also justify it at 70. It's subjective. IWM is tanking right now, and GME's curling back up. You can come in here to my chats and say all you want. But at the end of the day, when you see all of these moves happen in the overall market, in AMC, GME, Bed Bath & Beyond, all of these stocks that just are not like linked together at all, move together, what do you think is going on there? What do you think is going on? All right, Amy's trying to bounce a little bit here, but IWM is getting absolutely murked right now. Murked. All right, GME's trying to come back up to 140. Let's see. Let's see. 19 today, says Mark. What? Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, also for everybody in here, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream. Let's see here. Come on. ISIG. What's BBIG doing? Or Bed Bath & Beyond. What are we doing over here? Down 3, getting hammered. Yeah, IWM is getting absolutely clobbered. Clobbered right now. Are they borrowing shares on IWM? Yeah, they are. Why do you call AMC Amy? I'd just like to. Let's see. Adam, thank you so much for the super. Yes, the market maker can legally naked short. He explains the limits of the rule and how they broke it and why market makers are under investigation for illegally naked shorting. Is that from the video, like from the one that's been shared on Reddit a bunch of times? He just says that the regulators are looking into it. He doesn't necessarily say exactly why. Let's see. Bye bye spy. Yeah, it's gone. Let's see. Crypto dumping, everything's selling off. I've never seen so many people worried about what someone else is doing. Stop worrying about Matt and start worrying about your strat. Exactly. What like come on now, guys. He's traveling. And to think we were once at 77 and they continue to drop this all the way down until now, and there's nothing we can do. We can use our wallets. IWM Ortex, yeah, we can pull it up. They are taking out some shares on IWM. It's not that crazy though. We looked at it earlier. The crazy borrow today is on GME. They've taken out 1.5 million shares on IWM, but GME's is absolutely ridiculous. Like ridiculous. 1.94 million shares bar. What's the float? Free float 62 million. They literally took out 1/30th of the float today. That's huge. That is so big. QNRX Ortex? Let's see. Nothing. 0.13%. Nothing crazy on that one. It's not even giving me an update. AMC on GME or AMC on GME. Let's see here. This can get tiring and depressing. Thanks for the family support. Great to have you all to lean on for support, says Keen. Yep. SV, what is the official marked definition of liquidity? Isn't it slightly different than the dictionary? What do you mean? Bona fide market making activities is a significant broker dealers in terms of naked trading because although it is allowed, it can easily turn abusive. Yeah, but it can easily get out of hand, I think is what you're saying. It can easily get out of hand just based off of like volume that needs to get traded. And we've seen it many times with AMC and GME. Like it's not that they can like just do it randomly, but that's when Citadel gets in trouble for it. They like FINRA. I showed you guys this week those FINRA judgments against Citadel for illegally naked shorting. Like it wasn't a part of their bona fide market making activities, which is how they are legally allowed to naked short. They basically were just lazy and were like, no, we're not going to find the shares. We'll just sell it into the market. And it's literally in the FINRA thing. This isn't like me being like, oh, no, it's right there. Let's see. We want Amy back to 23. IWM's bouncing a little bit here. GME's trying to get above 140. Here we go. Snowstorm day. It is a snowstorm day. It's easier to get through this if you're legitimately waiting for the squeeze. Set it and forget it. It'll pop someday, says Shanner. Yep. Liquidity in the market was not interesting. I don't know. Let's see. Mark Connolly, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, man. Vic says, Alan, what's up, man? If the regulators caught the market makers, they get a 10K fine and they make billions. Yep, that's the problem. Okay, here's the other thing. The fine for naked shorting has never been that big until retail came along and was just like, nope, no, thank you. We are not going to have this. It's just not going to happen. So here's essentially what the fine for naked shorting is now, potentially, if you're going to get caught in it when we see these stocks go, you lose everything. It's not a $50,000 fine. It's billions of losses at your firm, just like what happened with Melvin. Now, if another firm's going to do that, I mean, Citadel's not going to keep injecting cash into them forever in 0.72. They're not going to be able to do that forever because they have their own positions that they need to figure out. Like, yeah, they have enough money to be like, yeah, here you go. You'll be fine. And then we can still cover our stuff. But with the losses that they will take this time around, it's so much bigger than they could ever really imagine. Where's our whistleblower money? You gotta be working at it, like, directly for the institution in order to get that money. Max pain for AMC is 25. Alright, so we're coming back up to 23 right now. IWM is trying to bend back up, but again, if we cannot get above this 50, like I was saying earlier, we're gonna keep touching it and making new lows. So, similar thing with GME, but it's really just kinda trending lower. AMC death cross scaring investors? I mean, maybe it shouldn't be though, because the 4-hour MACD just crossed into the green. Max pain 25. Yep. 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 Oh, Tabasco Dave, that was funny. That was funny. All right, let's see if we're getting any news in here. Twitter news. Could imagine adjusting balance sheet after 1 or 2 rate hikes. It's not great. Let's see. Not a sure thing. What does max pain mean? It's the price where the most amount of options finish out of the money. It's the least amount of options that are in the money. So it lowers the obligation that the market makers will have at the end of the week. It increases the amount of money that they make on options expiring worthless and hurts retail and benefits institutions selling options. How is the max pain metric calculated? It has to do with like open interest on the option chain. So it's like call open interest versus put open interest. Say 4-hour MACD again. Why? I mean, I can look at it right here. Did it cross back down? No, it's still crossed. It's still above. Let's see. Oh, nice little sell candle here. All right, GME at 138. Wow, 5% up today. That is ridiculous. You think it was a sell-off or nothing but shorts? On GME, nothing but shorts. What's Cinemark doing today? Honestly, good question. Good question. Cinemark's up 1.43. AMC's up 1.16. This is insane. This is absolute insanity right now. Yeah, the 4-hour crossover is weak. But again, if like we're just getting hammered today, they're just coming after it. Let's see. Long on Pico. We do need Pico. I hope Pico comes back in here. That would be pretty fun to see. If Pico comes back in here and wants to have a little bit of fun with us, I would enjoy that. That would be pretty sweet to see. If Pico comes in, that would be pretty sick. Austin. Austin, dude, I'm gonna start having to time you out for all of this pessimism, dude. Like, come on. Mark, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for all you do, answering all our questions in a way that my smooth brain can understand. Sitting in my kitchen eating crayons. There you go. How do I find max pain on a stock? There's a couple of different websites. Swaggy Stocks does it. There's also another max pain calculator. All right, here's what we're seeing. We're seeing the test of the 50 coming back down. Times like these, I'm so happy I don't own crypto. Stopped trading a couple of months ago. Yeah, crypto. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Wow, 4% right now, 41,454 Bitcoin selling off. Sent you a DM of what I'm looking at on Amy. Can you take a look when you can? I absolutely can. New subscriber here. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Sleep on it. Things look better after a power nap. Yeah. How many hedge funds dropped out or went bankrupt on AMC? Not many. Not many. You think the Nugget news by Adam Aaron was a hint for tendies? Timing was interesting. I don't know. It could be. It's possible. It's possible. All right. IWM bouncing back up here. Let's get Amy back above 23 and see what happens. Ha, the old short at the 50 MA strategy, huh? Yep. It's what we're seeing. Still green on the day. We've got GME up 6.3. This is, it's kind of, all right. New low right here, bouncing off the 50. I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see. Not many yet. Yeah. Oh, Hugh, what's up, man? How you doing? Michelle, my ETH is dumping. I'm still green, but it's painful to watch. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, also for everybody filtering in, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream. Let's see what happens here. All right, hold on. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, that could definitely happen. Do you think someone got margin called and they're selling all their crypto because it doesn't count for margin? Well, yeah. I mean, if crypto's selling off, there's gonna be a lot of liquidations happening. That like we've seen the chart. I've shown you guys that chart in the past. It was like crazy liquid crypto liquidations a couple of weeks ago. Never sold options during volatility halts. Any special considerations? You can't. It's halted. When they halt a stock, you can't do anything. All right, new news. Let's see. Let's go. Oh God. Thanks to the super. Ever notice how the candles don't match volume on Robinhood? 10 million when you count up the candles, but it shows 21 million for the day. Make it make sense. Robinhood, dumpster fire. Dumpster fire. Let's see. I mean, we're at 25.37 million in volume already. That is a big volume day so far. Uh, duh, 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 duh. Let's see. Vix, sorry if you explained it, but how did those options disappear on AMC yesterday? They didn't, Corey. Remember, so yesterday when everybody was asking about the Stonko tracker glitch and what we were looking at, they were just having some issues. It happened on Yahoo, happened on Stonko tracker, but we went through and just counted how many contracts were actually in the money, and it was just wrong. Like I counted the 37,000 from like 18 to 20, 22, wherever we were trading at. So it wasn't really that big of a deal. I was like, all right, well, they're just having some sort of issue. We can see the actual option chain right here, and we know it's not that. So let's see. We are coming down again. We're doing the freaking 50 MA test, come down as we typically see with a lot of things. So IWM's coming back down. GME, it's just kind of hanging out right around 139, still up 6% though. Amy gave back its gains though. Let's see. Hood puts printing. Is Hood coming down? Colton, where are you, buddy? I need more out of that. I need more out of that. Frank, thank you so much for the super. Can I get a shout out for my channel? Frank CFV, been streaming about 2 months, general market and options, grinding to grow into something great. Shout out to Frank. Why the drop? They're literally okay, here's the thing right here. Look at this. So Amy's coming back here, but look what they did on GME today. We're going to keep bringing this up because this is drunk. This is literal crackhead behavior of the shorts. 1.94 million shares borrowed against GME today. What? AMC's got like, I don't know, what was it, 300,000 shares borrowed against it? But remember, they've been borrowing a lot on AMC every single day. We haven't seen this get that crazy on GME in a while. Like, come on now. 400,000 shares borrowed against AMC today, but like GME's estimated short interest is up like 13% right now because of all of that nonsense. Let's see. Copy that, Vix. Didn't do my DD. Figured I'd ask you. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Corey. That's what I'm here for. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives. There we go. 1.4 million shares borrowed is nothing. They've done worse before. No. It's 1 point. It's 2. It's like 2 million shares borrowed on GME. That's huge. D James, AMC under 15 by March. Good luck with that, buddy. Spring is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Yeah. DRS clearly working great. Yeah. That's massive. It is huge. No, the live updates, Cody, are what's happening like right now. So the live updates that you're seeing, it's the day's changes on Ortex. But we have to wait for like utilization to change, cost to borrow to change, all these numbers up here to change because these are what updates. But the live updates right here should be instant. But again, we can't take these at face value because remember, Ortex is just estimating a bunch of stuff. Ho, AMC Trappers in here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Let's see. Don't understand why AMC is down. Not many shorts. People selling. No. They're really trying to tank it right now. They're shorting the bullshit out of it. What's the CPI number? That's next Wednesday. Is it an underestimate? We aren't going to know until the exchange reported numbers come out next week, I believe. I'm not looking forward to it because I think that it's actually going to come down because remember the last time frame, that 2-week time frame where this next exchange reported short interest is going to come out from is when we ran from like 20 to 30. So let's see. Let's see. Short interest is going to be stupid? No. The next one will be. This one, no. So do not hear for everybody in the chat right now, do not get hyped up about the new exchange reported short interest numbers. If it doesn't change that much, awesome. But I think it's going to come down just because we saw like a lot of like big price action from low 20s up to 32. So don't hype it up. I do like relax. It's not even a big deal because we know that they're attacking it on a day-to-day basis and trying to get the danger zone lower. And they also have those other weird like swap positions that they're messing with. That are all tying a lot of these stocks together. So, like, just because the exchange report is showing it, it's going to drop at this next one, I think, and then it's going to rip on the next one. So, in a month, 3-4 weeks, that's when we're going to see potentially really high exchange reported short interest, but not on this next one. Don't get hyped up about it. ATER, is it still ripping or did it come down after that big sell off? Yeah, it did sell off along with the market, but ATER is having a good day. All right, Amy's trying to get back up to the 50 right here. Let's see what happens. IWM's trying to do something similar. Amy made a new low of the day at 22.48. If it rejects off the 50, watch 22.48. Not a hedge fund. Thanks for the super. Lame action until 11.45. Then kaboom, pure guess. Colton, thank you so much for the super. I panic sold options at open, timed the peak, bought 200 contracts of the $16 puts, and letting this thing ride until the end of the day. Made some of my losses back already. At a boy, Colton. There you go. They are getting their funds from your premiums. Nobody's enticed to buy options today. Nobody. Unless you're just YOLOing. The price action in the after hours, you can't buy options in the after hours. If they want to really entice people to buy options to suck out that premium, the move needs to happen during the day. Tony DJR says just stop buying options on AMC and GME. I would not spread that information anywhere because every single time that we see a big price run up, it always correlates with a nasty option chain with a lot of open interest. So what you should be saying is be very, very careful on weekly options because you typically never see a big boom before a weekly, unless it's preceding a big monthly. Because the weeklies, you're going to see 200,000 contracts expire anyway. And at the end of the day, like nothing that anybody is ever going to say is going to change people from buying options because the weeklies we see every single time there's 200,000 contracts expiring out of the money at least. So people aren't changing their behavior at all. So it's like people are going to do what they're going to do. We might as well see and try to be like, okay, here's what is a better thing to be doing if you're going to do it anyway. Options are the key to the squeeze. Yes. And if you watched that video yesterday that was circulating, options are a very, very big key to big price run-ups. Sold options at open and profit and rolled over to a later date on the dip, says Tabasco Dave. There you go. We need options. They can be beneficial. Just be educated. Michelle, 100%. Small cup and handle on AMC 1 minute? No. No. Options are leveraged. We stop leveraging retail orders. We are much weaker. Yep. D. James, why not YOLO something that you at least know will go up? Oh, I am. That's what I'm doing here. Let's see. All right, so Amy came back up to test the 50 and is coming back down now. Same thing with IWM. Let's watch and see what happens here. We're going to need to see a break of that 50 MA with some momentum. I mean, we are still green right now. So if we do get that test and start to come back to the upside, I don't believe that we'll see the intraday high at 24.30, but I do think that we could finish above 23 today with the very, very, if we're going to track on that same algo that we've seen and we do this and we start to move up towards the later part of the day, we'll probably get above 23 because we're still in the green. We're at 22.70. It's just the same like algo that we've traded on. It's just stepped up a little bit. What do you think about the yearlies expiring? Maybe some of that was last night or it's coming up. It's coming up. I went over this a little bit earlier today, but I have a new little bit of a theory that just kind of like hit me as to why the market makers don't hedge before like close to the expiration date, because the market makers are selling puts and calls. When you sell puts and calls and you're balancing them, you're technically still delta neutral. So you're directionally neutral on that position. Now, if one side of it, yeah, you're going to get screwed. But if you're really just trying to go for like directionally neutral status and just not be like have directional exposure on the chain, well, you can just sell calls, sell puts, and you're literally directionally neutral because the calls are going to have a negative delta. The puts are going to have a positive delta and it can balance out. But when it starts to kind of trend in one direction, that's when you have to start hedging it. What are the settings on the moving averages on the chart? I've got the VWAP, the 50, the 100, and the 200. Eric, I did make a couple videos about sheep, but like it was all just like technicals and where I saw it going. I always thought like any type of video that I think I made like 2 or 3 videos about sheep, but like it was all like these are the technicals on it and it could do this. But again, it's like when you saw the rip, it was like, oh, it looks identical to AMC's price action. Did you say we would rip today? That's what Stock Twits is talking about. What Stock Twits was talking about me? No, I didn't say we would rip today. It's the MAs. We actually had like if we continue the move, like again, we're seeing this bullshit stuff. I mean, the thing with the GME just came above its 50. That would not be the worst thing. Ooh, it's back above 140. There we go. There we go on GME. You got a hedge up 2,500 this week, selling covered calls. Jose, you're playing with fire. Let's see. Hold on. Mom, I have to go pick up my mom and sister at the airport today, but their flight got delayed. All right, everybody. Ortex on Truff. Yeah. That's not a ticker. What do you think of Verizon? I don't know. I think financials are going to do really well once they start raising rates. I like selling my cover calls with stop losses in case MOAS starts. Okay, that's fair. You're just going to have to take the loss on that and book it. Never scared pimping. Oh God. Let's see. GME's just filling the gap. Yeah, it might be. Where's the gap? It's like yesterday's. After lunch, AMC will move, says Shelly. There you go. Is my sister 6'4"? No. Let's see here. Amy not making a new low yet. IWM's kind of hanging out. It's trying to start bending back up, but let's see what happens here. Whoa, Eric, thank you so much for that generous super, man. I really appreciate that. Happy New Year. Thanks for all the hard work. Eric, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Vix, don't show us your human side. Let's see. Got snow today. Yeah, it's snowing a lot. Vix isn't human. He's a squirrel. Yeah. Do you like metaverse crypto? I don't know. I think here's the thing. I would get exposure to metaverse in the crypto market, but it's just weird. It's like we're kind of already in the metaverse, like video game, Zoom call. Like it's just weird. Do I want to see your face or do I want to see an avatar of your face? It's like I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me. I don't want to be one of those like boomer people that's like, oh yeah, metaverse is like, eh. But like I'm not like the biggest fan of it. Let's see here. Lucid coming back up. Watch Lucid. The lockup period is expiring soon, so be careful with that. So lockup means that insiders can dump a lot of shares in the open market, so careful. All right, GME is at 141 now. Here we go. Come on. Here we go, everybody. Rockets and basketballs. Here we go. Also, if you guys don't mind, just hit that little like button on the stream. Just helps out a lot with the algo. Let's see. You're 22. You cannot be like a boomer person. I know. I just don't like the metaverse stuff. It's like, I feel like we're already doing a lot of that stuff. Anyway, Amy coming back up, trying here to get back up to its 50. Let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, if IWM is going to start bending back around, which it could, Amy could start going. GME's getting a little bit of a candle here. Now looking like it wants to get to 142. Here we go. Future still red. Yeah, I bet they are. When's the lockup period for Lucid? I think it's like the 17th it expires. It's like soon. I watched Jimmy to get an idea of what Amy will do. Yeah, sometimes they diverge, but a lot of the time they're going to trade together. Not right now, but like a lot of the time they do. What might short squeeze by the end of January besides AMC and GME? Well, if those do, then a lot of other stocks are going to get a little squeezy too. All right. No, nothing crazy on the news. Let's see. SCB broke record viewers. I think it was the same as yesterday. I think we had 3,300 yesterday, which was pretty sick. Yeah, you guys are always welcome to come back in here and hang out with me during the days. We're going to be back on at 1:15 Eastern too after I take my little break. So if you guys want to come back, you guys are always welcome. All right. Amy's doing its thing again, testing the 50, might come down and make new lows. IWM selling off again, pretty big, making new lows. This is so just wild. GME coming down. Ah, man, the market is just saying nope to everything today. Let's see. Couldn't A ask the SEC why is companies being shorted to death? The SEC is just gonna be like, I don't know, bro. Like, what is Gary gonna do? He's gonna be like, oh yeah, let me just squeeze it for you real quick. He's not gonna do that. Let's see. Vix was spot on. We are ripping today. You didn't see the question mark in the title and thumbnail, did you? Did you? You forgot that. Forgot that little detail because nobody knows as we're gonna rip. If we see wild price action in the after hours. I love people like you. You guys make this so much fun. Tesla getting hammered too. Yeah, everything is getting hit. Everything is getting hammered right now. All right, let's see here, everybody. Squeeze it, Daddy Gensler. I don't know if he's gonna do any of that nonsense. They know full well the corruption, but has implications to stop it. Yeah, I heard somebody say yesterday that the SEC may have called in the DOJ to really look at a lot of this stuff. It's possible because at the end of the day, what's the SEC gonna do? Slap them with a fine? They're gonna be like, yeah, I don't care. Here's the fine. I'm not gonna admit or deny any guilt, and then I'm just gonna pay you off. It's just like it's just like corrupt cop. You just pay them, like it's fine. Let's see. Mods. Yeah, where the mods at? It's getting a little chilly in here. I'll get my tennies eventually, and then I'll never invest in a single penny into the US stock market again. A lot of people are in that. Just buy the dip, says the Subi sickness. There you go. I love how I got into stocks, and this is what I came into. Like, do we just allow criminal actions just to happen? Yeah, thanks. I guess so. Mod me, bro. Rands, no, stop it. On a good note, Hood is at 15. No, it's not. You liar. You lie. You absolute liar. It is not at 15. It's at 1562. It's annoying. That hurts. you just nasty liar. All right. Let's see here. The SEC. I can't see what that's saying. All right. Amy's about to make a new low here. It's a penny off the low of the day. IWM's being a little bit of an a-hole. It's bouncing off here. Again, we're just seeing this 50 test down, 50 test down, 50 test down. And again, that's probably what a lot of day traders are looking at too. They're just looking at this. They're like, oh, let's just see. Short it at the 50, come back down, cover, come back up, short it. Like they're just going to keep doing this. So we need the buyers to come back in. Like we were seeing a lot of momentum today. We just went red. Just went red. We're up 2 cents now. Oh, flat. Just went red. Yep, coming down. Let's see. Flurona has hit the US now. Oh, wow. Oh, no. They just turned it red. Yeah, it's insane. That's insanity right there. I'm going to change my name to Thomas. No, you're not, bro. No, you're not. All right. So we did bounce off just going into the red. I mean, the market is so weak today. I mean, IWM's trying to come back here. GME is now down below 140, but it is still up 6%. Amy is basically flat on the day right now. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, this is typically what we see. It's just the same thing. Like usually we see it like here and we go deep into the red before we start coming back up. But now we're seeing it kind of up here. So we're basically tracking on the same thing that we usually track on. Bull trap? Not really. It would be a bull trap if it happened during the day. Vegas. What's up, man? Just bought X shares. What are y'all doing in here? What's up, St. Cali? Let's see. A while back, your show just appeared on my phone. So glad I gave it a chance. You have a good voice. Highway Frog. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Flurona, who cares? Half a call from the flu. Yeah, exactly. What's the SSR trigger number? They're shorting it to there again? No. It's not. No. The SSR number is like 20 something. 2021. Yeah, 1.1 million of volume on GME in the first minute. Was it? Yeah, that's insane. What's the volume on GME right now? 8 million. On AMC, it's 27.95 million. Let's see. What do you think about Chinese stocks right now? I'm never touching those. Never. Baba, trash. It's not a trash company. It's just you're always going to see you are always going to have in the back of your mind, "Oh, what if the US government says China stocks delisting today?" Like that's every single day you're going to be like, "Okay, well I have my money in this thing." And just some person in the United States government could be like, "Yep, we're going to delist some Chinese stocks," and then everything tanks. I'm not dealing with any of that. It could be the best company in the world, not going near it. There's just too much risk baked into that. What's your major? The most useless one of all time, finance. Super useless. Let's see here. All right. We're doing these same bounces that we're seeing. IWM's trying to come back. GME is looking to get above 140. Let's see. 2260 right now. Neo's not bad. I do like Neo because it does have the EV aspect to it. And if they can expand into other markets, I think they'd be decent. My wife had a degree in finance. She makes over 140K a year. Yes, she might. But here's the thing. If I had to work like a job in finance, you know what I would do? Hate my life. What am I going to move like PowerPoints around the thing all day? And like, I just hate it. A lot of people like to like, there's just a lot of things wrong with the whole finance industry and the jobs in that. What are you going to do after university? This. I'm an engineer, make aggressively medium salary, probably while I'm in this play. There you go. Let's put out the AMC pattern trading looks like yesterday during regular hours. Yeah, it does. It does. It looks a lot like yesterday. And we're trying to come up here. I mean, here we go. Another test of the 50. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, IWM just broke its. Let's see if it's going to get any type of momentum. Little bit of a W right here. I mean, what's this one bottom at? Like 215.97, and then this one's 215.93. So it's a pretty close double bottom on the 1 minute over here. Nope, can't get above the 50. Let's see what happens. Same thing with GME over here. And yep. University of YouTube. Let's see. You have a degree in finance and make 140K a year. Not using my degree at all, though. Yeah, literally, like nothing that I have learned in my finance. Literally, like maybe 5 things I've learned are like actually useful. All right, BBIG just went back into the green. Amy's up 0.85. GME's up 6.75. Let's see what we're gonna get here. We needed to really get some buying momentum and okay, let's see what these candles are back to low volume. 142,000, 171,000. The buyers are not stepping in. Can I put SPY on the screen for a few minutes? Yeah. Yeah, I'll throw it in the bottom left. Let's see. Yeah, SPY and IWM look very similar right now. What price target should we watch for 121 gamma? 30 is decent. 35. Do I have ADHD? Probably. I don't know. And then 40 is huge. Let's see here. All righty. All right, Amy, come on. Do this test of the 50 and get back up there. Cut the BS. Come on. All right, here we go. Humor me, tech check Doge. I could. Then why did you go into finance? Because I thought it was going to be useful. And then once you're here, you're like, oh shit, not useful at all. Let's see. Price is $22. I'm sure buyers are stepping in. We're just seeing them actually go to the No. We would want to see them actually go to the NASDAQ. All right. We're testing the 50 again here. Let's see what happens. SPY coming up a little bit, getting a nice little candle. GME is back above 140. I don't know. I'm not going to get too excited about any of these moves at the 50. We need to see it really start to trend, the 50 flatten out, and then start to move to the upside. That's what we need to see. If it's not going to happen like that, we're going to keep trending lower. Any experience in yield farming? No. I wish, though. Let's see. TQQQ getting buyers. Is that the inverse? No. That's the bullish one, isn't it? All right. Nope. Cracked over the 50, shot right back down. GME 141 right now. Let's see here. All you need is a real estate course and an accounting course. 100%. I have a degree in math and became a glass blower. That's pretty cool. I like ABCT, LGVN. Prague is going to take some time to play out. ATR, the confirmed naked shorts company. I think it's I mean, a lot of these things are just going to take a lot of time to play out. Michelle works as a nurse, and now with the pandemic, I wish I went into finance. Hey, there's a lot of demand for nurses. All right, so Amy is now above its 50. It is trying to use that as a level of support, but again, it's still trending lower. It has not really flattened out a whole lot yet. The SPYs is trying to flatten out. Let's see what happens here. We've got about what's that? What are we in the market today? 2 hours? Oh man, are you serious? I totally want my son to go into finance. Are you saying that going to college for finance is useless? Um, if you want to go and be like an investment banker, I mean, like if you want to, like, yeah, like get your accounting courses and stuff like that. But like, you're not gonna learn anything in the courses. You're gonna get the baseline information that everybody knows. You should rather major in something that you're like interested in and like can give you actual life skill, like computer science or something like that that you can actually use at some of these firms because that's kind of what they're gearing towards. Like, you're a finance major. It's like hiring MBAs. Like, they don't care. Like, they're like, yeah, yeah, whatever. You're not learning anything actually useful. You're just like, oh, you have another piece of paper that says you went to school for longer. That's essentially what it is. Like, yeah, your pay might be like higher out of the gate, but you're also going to school for an extra 2 years. So I don't know. I just don't think like majoring in finance is a necessary requirement for going into finance. If you want to, you're going to learn everything you need to know on the job. Just learn how to do like DCS. If you're really good at aligning PowerPoints, then you're going to be fire. Let's see. What do you think about studying econ? It's good. I mean, econ, it's a lot of theory though. Like, you're gonna get a lot of like, if you can like apply economics, it's good for like trading. Like, if you can learn a lot of like economic theory, it's gonna give you insight into like how markets work, which is good. Finance is gonna teach you how to like calculate different things in like finance, like weighted average cost of capital, like time value of money, like all sorts of that stuff, and discounted cash flows. But if you want to do like DCFs and stuff and like pro formas, just do real estate courses. It's going to teach you the same exact thing. Counting is the way. It's just really boring. I hated all my accounting classes. ISIG booming. All right. So Amy is not really looking like it wants to get above its 50 right now, even with the SPY getting a little jumpy. So let's see what happens. ISIG up 13. Amy up 0.9. Not really doing a whole lot here. Let's see. Yeah, if you're a math major, they'll like you. Hey, SV, do you think I get a job in the financial world with my master's in physics? Absolutely, bro. If you have a master's in physics, they're gonna want it. It's literally like, are you a smart individual that knows how to work? Like, can you learn things? That's literally all they look for. They're like, can you learn stuff? That's it. Lucid looking good. Again, guys, be careful with Lucid. Lucid's got their lockup period expiring coming up. So I don't know. I was looking at Lucid, but then I heard that and I was like, I don't know. When you graduate with a degree in finance, does that include a Series 7? No, you need to get sponsored to get your Series 7. So you need a firm to sponsor you. It's like $5,000 a year. Let's see. Synthetic. All right, let's check Amy's Ortex right now. I want to see what they did on GME, if they did any more. Okay, so now we have 581,000 shares borrowed against Amy, 397,000 shares net borrowed today. Short interest up 0.38%. Let's see what GME is looking like over here. Did they get it over 2 million yet? 1.94 million shares borrowed. That's absolutely drunk. That's insane. Let's see. What goes up must come down. 5 years from now, when this rants. Depends on where you live. Here we have free colleges. Where is that? Spain. I think a lot of countries do have free college. Isn't Ortex T2? Not on the live data. Finance, you're gonna went into mortgage banking. Oh yeah, you're gonna crush it there. How'd you have a bad year in mortgage banking in 2021? How did that work? Easy E. I feel like you would have been able to crush it this year with that. Yeah, so for everybody filtering in here right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, just helps out with the algo. Thank you guys for showing so much support on the channel recently. You guys are like super like going crazy. I never thought I was gonna be having this many people in the stream. It's crazy. ISIG coming back up. Amy hanging right around its 50. GME coming back down to its SPYs. Trying to come up a little bit here. I'm honestly would not touch the SPY today. What's good, STV? Miss anything, Shimu? a lot of nonsense happening today. All right, we're popping up above the 50 here. Let's see if it's gonna. Is it flattening out a little bit? A little bit, not too crazy. What do you think the high is going to be today for AMC? I think right is right up here. Unless we really start to get some crazy action, I think the high is going to be 24.30, but I think we can close the day. We have the potential to close the day above 23, which is what I really want to see. Yep, Amy, a little bit of a boom boom here, but we need to see more of a trend confirmation. Break above the 100, use it as some support. The 50 break is good right here. I like to see this, but again, we've seen it happen a couple of times. We saw it happen here, and then it just came right back down. So we're going to need to see a lot of buyers step in at these levels here. Dow is barely green. Yeah. Casey, that's funny. SV, if there's the same number of shorts on AMC as the number of times you say, let's see, we are good. Hey, that's fine. What do you think about the new IPO hour? Never heard of it. What is hour? I usually don't like IPOs. Hour loop? When did did it just IPO? What's the float? 1.5 million. What's the volume? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, this is a good one. Wait, what's the shares outstanding? 34 million. Where's Nepal? Nepal, you in here? Yeah, this one's going nutty. I'm always careful on IPOs though, because they're so risky. Like all of a sudden, you could just go like tank because they have to sell the shares strategically into the open market. Remember, they're holding shares and being like, okay, you get some, you get some, you get some. So they're handing them out slowly. If you can like do it, like if you manage the IPO very, very well, you're gonna create a lot of demand. But if you dump the supply all at once, it's just gonna tank. Because if the buyers aren't willing to come in and buy it from you, you have like that's how like that's the weird thing about IPOs. Like they're selling it for the first time, so they need to figure out where the demand's going to be. If there's demand at these levels over here, they're going to keep sell more shares, sell more shares, sell more shares, and they're just going to keep going. Well, okay, Nepal, what does Josh do the IPO stuff based on? Is it float or shares outstanding? Because I see the free float right now on hour at 1.5 million, and they've traded like 9 times that. Because if it shares outstanding, it's not going to get there. But if it's float, it would meet the Josh's criteria for IPOs. I just don't know which one it is. Let's see here. Why can't Amy be like Lucy for once? Like lucid? I don't know. Hold on. Another delay in the flight. Right back down. Nah, it's just rejecting off the 100. All right, here. Let's see. Am I missing something? Where's the gap? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right, so. Okay, so if it comes down and tests the 50 right here on this little bit of a sell, what's the SPY doing? SPY's looking good right here. Okay, I want IWM back in the top left. I'm pretty sure it has to trade the float in 30 minutes or something like that. That's what I thought it was too. Let me see. Where's the 30-minute candle? Oh, so it's been out for a while, so it didn't. Oh, no, it did. Right on the float. Interesting. All right, here we go. Brambles, thank you so much for the super. I really appreciate that. First time listener and enjoying it so far. I like getting educational info and a positive, fun vibe. What's your daily and weekly streaming schedule? So I come on in the mornings at 8:30 and I finish at around 12, and then I come on at 1:15. This is all Eastern, so I come on at 1:15 Eastern, and then I go until close. Brambles, thank you so much for that super. I appreciate that, man. 13 EMA and 48 EMA just crossed on AMC. On which direction? And what time frame? Because AMC is not a stock that you would trade it on. It's heavily manipulated. I wouldn't do it on AMC. You would do it on more like Nvidia, AMD, Apple, stuff like that. On the 1 hour, I mean, hold on, let me look on the 5 minute. Oh, that's 3 minute. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this here. No, it didn't cross. It did not cross. It definitely did not cross. Let's see here. Doing a training at work, pretending I'm listening to it on my AirPods, but I'm listening to STV. There we go. There we go. Oh, on the 1 minute, you can't use it on the 1 minute. You cannot use that on the 1 minute. Don't use it on the 1 minute. Longer time frames on that one. And you don't wanna do it on, like, a stock like AMC where it's gonna, like, flicker around like crazy. Let's see here. Retired now, best years for me and IRS, 750K. Whew! That's wild. That is wild. Hey, does the volume look a little high for AMC right now? It's barely 10:30. Oh, yeah, the volume's very, very high on AMC. Oh, is Biden speaking right now? That's not ideal. Don't short the likes. Thank you, TMI's box. I appreciate that. Bro, I just got the Lucid Daily for 10 cents. I'm up 200%. Bro, that's kind of nuts. Can you make a PowerPoint tutorial? No. He's speaking about unemployment. God damn. We're coming up a little here. So maybe he's like, nah, it's not a problem. That's literally what they're all going to say. They're literally just going to keep can kicking. They're professional can kickers. They're just like, no, just because we missed the numbers by a boatload, that would signify that it's terrible. Nah, it's fine. This IPO is actually doing really well right now. It's up 100% right now. That's kind of nuts, though. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All righty. Chris, you might be on a different time frame. I literally just have the 50 MA, the 100 MA, the VWAP, and the 200 MA. It will look different on different time frames. Like, look, if I put it on the 5-minute, like it'll look a lot different, like a little bit different. And then the 30-minute is going to be even different than this. Let's see here. He's not about fixing unemployment, but bringing unity to our bro. Who cares? Get the people back to work. He's like, nah, nobody has a job, but we're unified. Shut up, bro. That is wild. That is craziness right there. It's like nobody's working, but we're happy with each other. That is so funny. You added more jobs in it this year. Yeah, that's bullish right there. So they added more job. Okay, so here's something that came through that could help things. So Biden made a statement that says U.S. added more jobs in 1 year than under any other president. So we might get. So they might be just trying to look at this on a longer term time frame. Like, oh, we missed it today, but overall we're trending on the upside. Byron. Bing bong. Price is definitely wrong today. Like, price is definitely wrong today. Hey Vix, can you please look at naked? Yeah, but this IPO is wild. I might buy some. Screw it. It's coming down to its 200 on the daily right here. Not doing a whole lot, but let's take a look here. Hour going to 20 plus. It's ripping right now. I might. You know what? You know what? Do we play an IPO today? Do we play an IPO today? Are we doing it? I mean, we're late on it, like very late on it. But hold on, it's going right here. It's going. It's freaking ripping. All right, Amy's bouncing off of the 50. It is flattening out here, so this is a decent thing to see. SPY is kind of or that's IWM. IWM's kind of hanging around its 100. Its 50's curling too. Let's see what happens. This could be a decent thing to see. Don't chase. I think we should play Chase the VIX today. Nah, we're playing Chase the VIX. Just kidding. I'm not playing Chase the VIX. I don't want to. It ran too much. Yeah, exactly. Do it? No. Let's see. Thoughts on long the VIX under 16? Yeah, you could. We might want to play Chase the VIX. Literally, if I chased it, we would already be down. I'm not touching it. I'm not gonna touch it. Bam Bam. Thank you so much for the super. The problem is they didn't create more jobs. They just reopened them. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they're going to mess with the data that they're getting anyway to make everybody look good. Doesn't matter who's in office. They're going to be like, oh, this data, we're going to make ourselves look good. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the market today. I mean, the jobs numbers were terrible, but they're going to try to like pump it and just be like, oh yeah, like it's fine. But like, they're not going to, this administration is not like going to be like, oh yeah, let's do things that are going to affect the market. That's not really their prerogative. The last administration was like, yeah, we want to pump stuff. But now it's like, yeah, they don't really care all that much. Also, Matt's duck suspenders. Thank you so much for that super. I appreciate it. Joe couldn't unify his shoestrings, let alone a country. Okay, okay, okay. We don't need any like crazy politics in here. All right. Let's just see what he's gonna do. Let's just see like what like is gonna happen, and let's chill out a little bit, huh? All right. Thank you. They opened jobs, but nobody wanted them. Yeah, that's true. SV, I just wanted to make sure I understand. We want the shorter MA to be higher than the longer MA, right? Like 50 above the 200 or the 100. Am I looking at it right? Yes, that is a sign of bullish momentum on longer time frames. On the day, on like the 1 minute charts, I really just look at the 50 and then use the up. Like the 200, honestly, I don't really need it there. I might even take it off because we see it test it sometimes, but like it really doesn't like it doesn't really do a whole lot. I really look at stuff at like VWAP, the 100 and the 50 just to clean up the charts. I might take the 200 off. It really doesn't do a whole lot. Jazz Cabbage, thank you so much for the super arbitrary political opinion. Oh boy. Yeah, not like no, the only thing that the politics are going to do is just like policy and like what is going to drive markets today. Like we're not really seeing a big reaction to anything that's being said. So it doesn't really matter and doesn't affect us at all. The only way that it's really going to affect us is that if it moves the money in the market. That's really it. Let's see. That was a good super. Political chatter would get you timed out. Just saying. Oh, Vegas coming in with the band hammer. I like it. Oh, there's one. That's probably going to get timed out. Let's see. Let's see. And she's coiling a little bit. That's a little flag right here. A little bit of a flag on the 1 minute. Like, GME 138.64 hour is going freaking nuclear right now. I don't know. If you want to play Chase the VIX, you can do it if you want. I'm going to stay out of it so I can have some more money for next week and not have to wait for any of these T2 silly settlement days to come through. But let's see. Oh, wait. Today, I bet my eye teeth. Interesting. I don't know what eye teeth are. Eye teeth and toes. Interesting. That no one in here cares about political opinions. Oh, I really don't care. You can talk stocks without talking politics. You can't. No. Better than gold. You can talk policy, but politics are very different. Let's see here. Hedgies are pissed today. Yeah. Let's see. Snap just about to cross on the 5 minute. Was Snap still really, really low off that earnings? Yeah, it came back a little bit. Let's see. I want to see what this hour thing is going to do today. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, so hold on. The demand is not as high over here now for hour. Interesting. You would have been up on hour. Not now, I wouldn't have been. I think we were talking about it right here. So I would have been down on hour. Okay, agreed. Better than gold. Yep, 100%, man. Let's see here. Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on the stream. It just helps out with the algorithm. If you guys are enjoying yourself, it makes like it's easier for YouTube to just like show you the stream again if you guys want to come back because they've been playing around. People have been coming in and be like, I didn't see it today, and I'm like, YouTube, stop screwing around. FTDs on AMC, they're what is it like? The last time it was reported was 400,000. So yeah, we should not have 400,000 shares failing to deliver, but at the same time, it's like we've seen it much higher in the past. Let's see. Let's see here. So the MA is 50, 100, 200. The best to look at those on the 1 minute. You can look at it on longer time frames. We just see it so many times on the 1 minute. Just respect the 50. Like right here, you can't really get it. Like, yeah, it is coming up to test like VWAP and stuff, but these tests are showing more on the 1 minute for the 50 MA than it is on the 5 minute. So like, look at this chart right here. You're not really seeing a good indication of what's going on. Like, yeah, you're going to get a better indication of the trend. Like if it crosses the 50 on the 5 minute, like, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But like right here, like we were just looking like up, test, down, down, down. And now it's kind of bouncing off of the 50. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right here on just the shorter time frames. Let's see. I'm hungry right now. I'm going to eat a lot for lunch. I'm a hungry hippo. Matt Synthetic Girlfriend's picture is, like, kind of not awesome. It's terrifying. Like, I like Matt Synthetic Girlfriend, but the picture's terrifying. Let's see. Let's see. They just put a rocking no, they didn't. Home builder stocks on pace for the biggest weekly drop since 2020. Oh boy. The Grinch did not steal. What, bro? Biden focused on keeping economic recovery strong and durable. Pop, pop, pop. Amy above the 100 now. Come on now. Get back up above 23. Here we go. Rockets and basketballs. Come on, everybody. Rockets in. Yeah, hour dropping hard. Yeah, that's why I didn't. The IPOs, you never know what's going to happen. So, not playing Chase the VIX over here. We're burning that one. You take that back, bro. Wait, no. Oh, wait. Your picture is not what I thought it was. It's not the picture of like Matt as a girl. I thought it was the picture of Matt as a girl. It's not, though. That's a terrifying picture. Your Twitter pic, the Matt Synthetic Girlfriend Twitter pic, or it's one of those that are just terrifying. It's like, oh, this is just a scary thing to look at. All right. Amy popping up a little bit here. GME's trying to come back above its 50. IWM looking like it wants to make a little bit of a turnaround here. Amy's now up 2%, trying to get over that $23 mark. Here we go. Let's see. She doing the curly shuffle? Yeah, she's curling a little bit. What cup? I mean, this could be a cup if it comes around and it just like really comes back up to here and then a little handle to get us back going. But we're gonna need to see a lot more action out of Amy to really get that going. All right, come on, Jamie, break your 50. Do it. Get back up to 140. Come on now. Last night was just mind games. They would do this a few times to burn some folks. They can't burn anybody if it's not happening during market hours. Biden, car prices are too high. I should ditch my piece of garbage car. All right, here we go. Come on, break that 30. Let's see. I mean, 23. Sorry. I'd say random numbers sometimes. All right, everybody, here we go. Come on. Let's get that pump here. Let's get that midday pump. We are almost at noon. Amy's hitting that 23, getting a little bit of resistance at that $23 level. I wonder why. There's 33,000 puts for this week at 23. They want those in the money. Whew, they are fighting it at 30 here. 25.89 end of day. That would be sweet. Hour is halted. Oh, that sucks. Halted on the way down. That's not good. Why did you time me out? I didn't time you out. There's plenty of political YouTube channels. Go there if you choose to indulge in political discourse. Yep, we can talk about policy and how it's going to affect the market. But if you're going to say your own political opinions, which honestly, here's the thing, I nor anybody else in the chat cares about, because it's just counterproductive to what we're trying to do here and how it's going to affect the market. It's just not useful. ISIG boom boom candles. Like, obviously, I have my own opinions, but I don't think any of you guys care at all about my political opinions, so I don't say them, like, at all. Spy? What's Spy doing, Nepal? Spy coming up, or is Spy getting a candle? Oh, Spy having a little bit of a fun time over here, huh? Spy getting a little bit. Oh, Mark the Realtor. You going off on Boeing, buddy? Hold on now. Boeing up 2.9%. All right, Amy, what is this nonsense? What are you doing here? You can test the 100 if you want, but we're going to need you back up above the 200 and the VWAP. The 50 has curled on Amy right now. Let's see if we can get that trending in the positive direction. That's what we want to see over here. Okay, about to come into lunch hour. Here we go. Walgreens. Wow. Oh, Walgreens. Nepal, is there any news on Walgreens? Because that's a candle right there. That's getting some momentum. Lucid going too. Okay, Walgreens is ripping right now. The premium is going to be very cheap on Walgreens too, most likely. Lucid is up 5. Wow. GME's still up 6. Amy's up 1.95 right now. It's looking like it wants to try and come back up to that 23. IWM's trying to come up and break its 200 and VWAP. Here we go. Probably, yeah. Probably post earnings. Interesting. AAL up 5. Airlines are doing well today. That's pretty interesting. All right, people, come on. Let's see here. BA sucks. I mean, not today. It doesn't. Sens just crossed the 5-minute MACD. Oh. Let's see. All right, everybody. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, Amy. Do your thing. Do your thing. Get back up above 29. Yeah, Lucid's having a day right now. GME's trying to fight it. It's 50 right now. We need the buyers to step back in on GME, but they borrowed 2 million freaking shares on it today. Have fun. Let's see. Hey, STV. Enzo, what's up, man? I like your name. It's pretty dope. Enzo Ferrari. Here we go. Hey, SCV, do we know how much of a stock is traded in the dark pool? I can look at it, but like, again, at the end of the day, it's not like, what are we going to do about it? Like, I can show you the dark pool numbers and sit here and be like, oh, dark pool, but like, I can't do anything about it. Like, there's nothing that I can do about that. Like, you can look at it and be like, oh, this is shitty. Like, I wish these orders were going directly to the exchange. But at the end of the day, it's like, I can't do anything about it. You guys can't do anything about it until like, we really get more regulation on the dark pools. All right, Amy flashed down below. It's 100 right now. Let's see if it's going to do a test at the 50 and start bending back up. If we start seeing those 50 tests and the 50 is going to bend up, that would be pretty sweet. Need rapid fire green candles. I agree. All right, we're getting some news over here. Biden says he doesn't think the pandemic is here to stay. That could be nice right there. That could be nice for a little bit of a pop in the overall, markets. Amy 22.85 right now. Jimmy's at 139.03. Lucid is at 40.39, getting up there. You went to UConn? I'm a senior at UConn right now. Let's see. Hour is back over 8. Is it flying? Really? It's popping up off of here. How do they have a 50? How do they have a 50? Like, that's insane. Because Africa is saying the new variant could be the end. I saw that come out this morning. That could be pretty bullish. SPY and QQ, IWM's getting a candle here. Come on. GME's trying. 139.40. Come on. We need this whole thing to just go floop. That's what I want. I want the sound effect on AMC for the rest of the day to be floop right up. You called it the curly shuffle. Why do you call it the curly shuffle? SPY popping? Yeah, SPY is popping. TQQQ is ripping. Is that levered? Is TQQQ levered? Yeah, 3 times levered. TQQQ is still down. Like, the Qs are down today. All right, let's see over here. Let's get IWM back over here. I mean, they're making some decent statements that are going to move the market. So let's see if these are going to carry through to the rest of the day. How do you spell that sound effect? You can't. That's why it's so perfect. Oh, it sounds like another sound effect that somebody likes to use. All right, coming up, looking like we're going to try and get up to 23. Come on. We're touching that 100. The 50's bending around. It's going to cross the 100 eventually. Here we go. Let's see. All right, here, people. Come on. Come on, Amy. 22.93. GME's looking for that 50 cross. Come on. If it hits 140, it'll probably... 140.55 is where the 100's at on GME. I just can't see where the 50's at right now. ISIG, is it going again, Juicy? Could be. AMC Gamma for 23, 24, and 25? Nah. If we were going to see a Gamma at those levels, that the price that it opened at this morning would have just shot it to the moon. So no, it's going to be like above 30, 35. We need to see those buyers come back. You DM me something on Twitter. What did you DM me? Hold on. No, it's not. I thought it was the other picture. I thought it was the Matt picture, Matt Synthetic Girlfriend. I thought it was a different picture. All right. Still at 22.93. IWM not doing much right now. Hold on now. Come on. Come on, Amy. Vegas, think he was misinterpreting what I originally said. Oh, you guys are arguing in there. No arguing. No. We are not going to have any of that nonsense. Oh, here we go. $23 test. Stop your arguing. We're about to cross 23. That's what we're going for here. No more arguing. Amy up. Focus. Come on. Why do you think AMC is better than any other meme stock? And why does it have better opportunity to grow? Does it have better fundamentals than other meme stocks? It has a higher short interest, has more retail sentiment behind it, and it also has, what did I already say? Short interest. Yeah, so lots of short interest. And the fundamentals are continuously getting better as a company. Lucid liftoff. Ho. I don't understand how you can have a 50-day moving average on the 1-minute chart when a stock came out an hour ago. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Should the death cross on Webull be a bearish signal? It is bearish, but there's other things on the charts that are signaling bullish things. So it's like they're pointing out like one of the bearish technical indicators right now, but they're leaving out that there's more bullish indicators on the chart too that they just aren't looking at. Let's see. Smash. That like button, says Sam. Yeah, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream as we come into noon today, helps out a whole lot. So thank you guys so much for showing all that support today. You guys are awesome. Let's see here. SUV will turn this car around if you don't knock it off and stop kicking his driver's seat. Daily RSI and Amy 33, so bullish. Oh yeah. Nothing happened to Matt. He's traveling. Yeah. Huh, Andy. Stop with the hate, buddy. It's not very nice of you. You scared me with the lockup on Lucid? Well, think about it. The lockup stuff is going to happen after the lockup expiration date. Like, you can play it now if you want to. I'm just not going to get in it right now just because I would hold it for a long time. Like, I'm not looking for a YOLO on Lucid. I'm looking for like a month's time. Now, in that month time frame, we have the lockup situation, which I don't like. I'm like, maybe just wait till after it. If it sells off, then that's going to be a good opportunity to buy some calls. But I'm just kind of waiting on Lucid right now. Like, Lucid, if it starts to get going, it's going to be a monster. So I'm just waiting on it. It's still like ripping right now. It's up 7% today. Let's see. They yelled death cross on December 13th also. Yeah. What lockup on Lucid? Somebody was saying yesterday the lockup expiration period on Lucid was ending like another one was ending like mid-January. Lucid at 41. Yeah, it's going. Took 100% profit on my Lucid calls for next week, says Jack Frost. Oh, atta boy. Let's see here. Hold on. Got to check something out real quick. All righty, everybody. Let's see. Amy looking for that pump up to over 23. We're at 22.93 right now, up 2%. GME is just kind of hanging out right below 140, 138.96. Amy, come on. Come on. They don't want it above 23 just because of all those puts. They're going to strategically short around these levels so that the market maker has to short in order to hedge these puts. Would this be the fourth test? I mean, we had, I don't think so. What is this one? Yeah, right here. 1, 2. No. There's a lot of tests. A lot of tests at 23. Let's see here. Vegas, that was funny, buddy. That was funny. All right, people. Let's see. It is 12:01 right now. Let's see here. A year later, to the moon. You already know. I don't know if you're being shilly in here or if you're just being dumb. What did you think I meant a while ago when I was like, oh, it's probably going to take a while to play out? Think I was just saying it? Like, I could have come out every week and be like, squeeze this week, squeeze tomorrow. But like, that's not going to help anybody. All right, 25 end of the day, says Jeffrey. That would be pretty sweet, man. I would love to see that. Ford and AMC are the two stocks to ride high. Yeah, Ford could look really good. I mean, if they keep coming out with good news about their new electric vehicles, that could be sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It would be very, very sweet if we started to see that. Let's see. Biden, we will be able to control the pandemic. Interesting. Come on, market. He's saying some good things here. Unless they just don't trust him, and then they're just gonna be like, yeah, we're just gonna trade flat for a little while. GME selling off now. They're using a lot of those shares, those 2 million freaking shares that GME got borrowed. It's just nonsense, honestly. Like a lot of nonsense. Come on, AMC. Rip during actual market hours, not after. Yeah, exactly. Baby Doge. Oh, that is. Don't know what that one is. Let's see. My cousin wants me to come see her in New York City this year. I might come through. Please? Maybe, buddy. Maybe. Let's see. All right, everybody. It is 12:03. That is going to wrap up the morning stream. Remember, we are going to be back on at 1:15 Eastern. So if you guys want to come back and hang out with me again going into market close, you guys are all welcome to come back. On your way out, if you guys don't mind, just hitting that like button on the stream. It just helps out with the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have been showing me recently. I really appreciate it. Let's see what happens for the rest of the day. I think we could easily get some bullish momentum back in if the market starts to shake off these job numbers and this little meeting that we've had with Biden speaking gets accepted positively by the overall market. But yeah, I mean, they've taken out 2 million shares to short GME today. So watch what they're going to try to do to it. It's up 4% right now. AMC's up 1.25. Let's see what's going to happen. I mean, we always could see a crazy power hour and we will be live for that. But until then, we do have TMI's live stream. Let's see here. Here is the link to TMI. If you guys want a place to go, make sure you guys go see him over there. So thank you guys for such an awesome stream this morning. Yeah, and again, guys, if you don't mind, just hitting that like button on the way out. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in a little while, and peace.